Helps if I turn on your mic.
Oh. Oh, hey, should I move it over here a little bit more?
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
Close enough. There we go.
It's like I'm in a locker room after a basketball game.
Yeah. High five, Steve. What's up, everyone?
Hey.
How's it going? Welcome to Talking Heads, episode 67. I'm Jeff.
I'm Steve.
Welcome to the show. I'm a little tired today.
Oh, yeah?
It's been a week.
I'm doing okay.
Yeah.
I'm doing okay. I slept in a little bit this morning.
Did you?
Yeah,
Nice.
I feel okay.
Yep.
I didn't usually do my 25 shots like I do the night before, so
Yeah.
I'm okay now.
Yeah. Let's see. I got most of a video shot today. Built a machine. I was home most of the day. I've got a little bit of a sore throat, thanks to my 18-month-old. But I stayed home. Didn't want to get the rest of my office sick, so I built a computer today.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's about all I've done. Oh, let's see. How's everyone doing tonight? What all are you drinking in chat? Let us know. Always curious to find out what brews from around the world are being open tonight.
Oh yeah, everything in the Midwest, North Midwest, probably all frozen.
Yeah, a lot of vodka.
A lot of
I'm
slushies.
assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. This morning it was 26 here, I think. 26 over 0.
Yeah.
So I apologize if you were 52 degrees colder than us. Nothing I can do about that.
Yeah, someone just posted in Discord it's negative 24 in Flint, Michigan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's been a couple in Discord where they've been posting they're at negative 17, negative 24.
I think the coldest I've actually been in was negative 11.
Yeah,
That's the coldest
that's
I've-
about where I've been.
Yeah.
I know I've been in negative 5. I'm sure I've hit double digits at some point.
Yeah.
But going to Eastern Oregon during the winter and there's 12 feet of snow on the ground.
Yeah, this was Idaho Falls.
Yep.
In Idaho, if
Yep.
you didn't know.
I assumed as much.
Where Idaho Falls is.
I assumed as much. All right. If you're new to the show, the way this works is we do about 20 minutes of beer news, about an hour to an hour and 20 minutes of tech news, and then it's games, entertainment, pop culture to round out the show.
Whatever. Q&A
Whatever,
sometimes.
Q&A at the end of the show. You're welcome to drink with us as long as you're of drinking age. All super chats will be read as soon as they come in, as long as I see them. I try to read them all when they come in, so if you feel like shooting me a super chat, much appreciated. Let's see. We try to be a family-friendly show. Try not to swear very often, and if we do, that's usually for a point, although I'm going to apologize in advance for the very first story that we have tonight. Trying to get through that one today was like, what? Wow, what? Ooh, yeah. Anyway, we always start the show off by opening a beer.
Yep.
What do we got tonight, Steve?
We got 3 beers, so I don't know which one you want to start with first. We'll start. This is from Skull again, right?
This is from Skull.
This is from Skull. Surly Brewing's Darkness, which is a Russian Imperial Stout, big, thick, dark beer for the winter.
12%.
From Mother Russia.
Yes.
This one right here, I grabbed this one mainly because I really like the brewery.
Uh-huh.
Mother Earth, constantly good.
Yes.
They do really good. They do one of my favorite vanilla flavored beers.
And they're
California.
they're a wine country, California.
Yeah, they're California Creamin', or Cali Creamin', I think is what it's called.
Yeah.
Very good. If you can find that one, that's an excellent vanilla flavored beer. Yeah. This one's called Hop Diggity. It's a double IPA. And this one caught my eye because I had never seen this before. And I just looked it up before we started the show. This is a new thing. Cryo-Hop. It's a Cryo-Hop IPA. Now, basically what Cryo-Hop is they take the hop and, like the name describes, they basically freeze dry it with liquid nitrogen and take all the vegetation off and just get the lupulin off of it. So it's very powdery. It's like a powder. It's a hop powder, basically. Yep. And so you use less hop to get the desired flavor that you want. So
yeah, basically it separates the oils and the lupulin from all the vegetation and the leaves and everything that comes on a hop typically. And what you're left with is this purified powdered hop. And I think they said usually you use about half as much as you think you're going to need.
Yeah, that's what they say, yeah.
So
and it's in a powdered form. So pretty soon as science progresses, it's going to replace like Nestle Quick in the morning. To get some hot water and stir in some hops. Get some instant beer in the morning.
Ooh, there we go.
Yeah.
Just a little. You know that Keurig knockoff might. You killing my laptop?
Oh no, I guess it went idle.
Oh, it's not plugged in.
Oh.
No, that was my bad. No, hold on. I think it's down here.
All right.
Hey, look at that.
There we go.
All right, now here's the kicker. Which of these plugs can I unplug?
And let's hope it doesn't like trip a breaker or something.
Yeah. Okay, that one's
There. Yeah. That one looks like a winner.
Yep. There we go.
Oh.
All right. Well, we shouldn't trip a breaker. I have more circuits in this room now.
Okay, good. So which one do you think we should start out with?
Definitely not the Surly.
No, that one might be a finisher. That's a game finisher. Right
You know, I'm kind of interested in the Cryo. Ooh, we got a $20.
$20
from Corey. Love the content. Keep up the great work. Thank
Thanks,
you
Corey.
so much, Corey.
Thanks, Corey.
Cheers to you.
This one's dedicated to you, Corey.
That's right.
We're going to the Cryo.
Let's start with the Cryo because I'm as curious as you are on that one.
I haven't tried this one yet. I was a little disappointed because Pyramid usually puts out like a really neat looking label. This looks like a label from clip art CDs you got in the 90s or something like that. It doesn't look very...
It's very basic.
Yeah, very basic.
All right. So yeah, Pyramid, obviously Portland, Oregon.
It smells good.
And this was a 6.5.
Yeah.
6.5%.
So not super high, but not
super low either.
We're not talking Norwegian low.
Sorry, Claw, if you're watching.
There we go.
Yeah, it does smell good. Almost, it's citrusy, but it's more of a pineapple citrus.
Well, I think I read the description on Untapped. It's supposed to have like some tangerine notes to it or something like that.
Okay.
Definitely citrus.
Yeah.
Citrus notes to it.
But yeah, less orange, less guava, more pineapple is what I'm getting.
Not bad. Not the best IPA I've ever had before, but it's pretty good.
Definitely a very different progression there.
It's not like some of the other ones where you can kind of taste different things at different points.
Not clingy at all, though.
No, it doesn't coat.
I actually do like that. Because my problem with drinking some really heavy IPAs, especially when you drink them by the pint, is by the end of the IPA, all you taste is IPA for the next 2 hours.
Yeah, you got all those resiny goop just kind of sticks to your tongue.
Yep.
And you get all that coating in your mouth. It's a hop party in between your tongue.
Yep. Yeah, that's got all the hop and the citrus right up front that I really like, but very light-bodied all the way through. That's good. I like that. Let's see. We got some Tennessee Honey. Got some Yukon Jack. Ceramic Permafrost DIPA from Reverend. I gotta let the darkness warm up a little bit. I know how to drink a stout skull.
We will. Don't worry. I don't think he might have been keeping it in his cupboard anyway. I don't know.
No, this was in the fridge.
Oh, this was in the fridge.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll have it last.
Yep.
It'll warm up by then.
Yep. Absolutely. All right, let's jump into some beer news.
Okay. Oh, yeah, this one's very interesting.
Yeah, I apologize in advance. There will be a little bit of language in this one. Let me open my notes here.
Although technically this isn't really beer news.
It's not really beer news, but
it's beverage related.
It's beverage related, and it's I guess you can call it. They're trying to be trendy. They're trying to be
hip.
Relate to the youth of America. Those darn millennials.
Yeah. This is going to be the Poochie of beverages. Is what it's going to be.
Yeah. So, Steve, do you drink bottled water?
No, I just get it from my fridge. I have a filter, so I have filtered water through my fridge.
Yeah, I usually just do tap. I'll usually with ice. I've got a couple of water bottles, and
that's what I do too.
Fill it with tap.
Yeah.
When I'm at work, fill it with the water cooler and that kind of thing. But you do energy drinks?
No, hardly at all. Unless I'm mixing it with like gin or vodka.
Yeah.
That's the only way I'll take them.
Oof. Yeah.
An upper and a downer at the same time.
Ooh,
keeps me even keeled.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible.
No, it's good. I do like. I mean, I'm not a big fan of like Red Bull or anything like that. But if I mix it with gin, I kind of like it.
I've never done Red Bull and gin.
It's not bad. I'd give it a shot.
Yeah. I will say I was working on a guy's computer one night over at his house, and And he goes, "Hey, do you want a drink?" I said, "Oh yeah, no, not a problem." And I figured he'd bring him like a beer or something like that.
Something standard.
He brings me a cup and I just take a drink. The hell is that? He goes, "Oh, it's vodka and Red Bull." I'm like, "It's Thursday night. The hell is wrong with you?"
I keep you up all night.
Yeah, it's 11 p.m. What the hell is wrong with you? Anyway, so there's a company. What was it? Liquid Death.
Yeah, let's show them the page.
Here's the page. Liquid Death. Now, from the look of it, you'd go, "Oh, a new domestic beer," or "Oh, a new weird craft beer players trying to get into the game."
Yeah.
No, this is bottled water, or more appropriately, German aluminum canned water.
Yeah. Liquid Death, though. I mean, yeah, you look at the label and you think it's going to be a new beer or something like that. No.
I'm thinking Dad's old school lager,
yeah.
Old Red Dog, kind of thing.
No, it's just water.
Yep.
And then at first I thought it was
murder your thirst.
I thought it was water from Flint, Michigan, because it's Liquid Death.
Yeah. Death metal water.
Yeah, that's heavy metal with extra lead.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't even that. Like you said, it was German water.
Yeah.
And the kicker here is it sells for $20.
Yeah,
a pack.
$20 for a pack of Tall Boys.
Yeah.
Again, trying to market to the young crowd.
Yeah.
The youth of today care more about health than ever. Even the fuck you punk rockers and skateboarders. Ad agency creative director turned water distributor Mike Cesario said last January. They're even drinking less alcohol and getting less fucked up. But they still like explosions and extreme sports and heavy music and blowing zombies' heads off in video games. No healthy brands are actually trying to fit into real youth culture.
That guy paid way too much for his degree in marketing.
Yeah.
He should ask for his money back because I could tell he failed already.
Yeah.
That's not going to work. This isn't going to work.
Yeah.
This isn't going to work.
Let's see. There's a new canned drink called Liquid Death. What's in it? The same kind of liquid death that you use to brush your teeth and make your cup of noodles and bathe your dog. Hell yeah, it's motherfucking water. In a special Austrian-made aluminum can, complete with stylized skull ink on the side of it, and the tagline, "Murder your thirst," that your 13-year-old nephew thinks is sick.
No 13-year-old thinks that.
No 13-year-old thinks that's sick.
No 13-year-old thinks that.
It's water.
It's water.
We're one step away from canned air on Spaceballs.
No. I mean, they there's a reason why bottled water is successful is because they market it to, the yoga moms and stuff like that.
The smart water.
That works. That works for that. This
H2O.
This is not going to work for their target audience.
No.
Especially when they market it at a $20 price point.
Right. I don't know many 14-year-old kids that might find this appealing that are dropping $2 or $3 on a can of water.
Yeah. Well, I think they did say later in the article that we're going to try to market it for in tattoo parlors and barbers. I don't know. I don't think it'll fly.
I don't think it will.
I mean,
either.
you have to be on the far edge of hipsterdom to really even want to buy this stuff.
But apparently this is unironic. This is literally just there's irony in everything because they're saying we started Liquid Death with the diabolical plan to completely obliterate bottled water marketing cliches by taking the world's healthiest beverage and making it just as funny and stupid and entertaining as the unhealthy brands across energy drinks, soda, and beer. So
now if they were to market it and they were to price it the same as, say, all the other bottled waters, I would probably pick that over Fiji water or something just because of the can.
Yeah, Perrier.
Yeah, something like that. But no, their marketing is premium, and it's just water.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think this is gonna fly.
Yep. So yeah, interesting tactics. I wish you well, but I don't think it's going to work.
Yeah, for punk rockers and skateboarders. Because nothing is more punk than just water.
Right.
They're the most tepid drink there is.
Too much water is dangerous. Maybe that's their angle.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
It could kill you for too much.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So if you didn't know, the Super Bowl's coming up this weekend.
Most people know that, I hope.
Yep. Most
Americans
people know that.
anyway.
Yep. And Samuel Adams is actually introducing a new beer just in time for the Super Bowl, called the Too Old, Too Slow, Still Here Farmhouse Style England IPA.
Yep.
Now, this is based off some comments from Tom Brady and Chris Hogan. Apparently, Brady was joking during a press conference with Chris and said, "I'm too old and you're too slow." And then apparently when Brady announced last year he was coming back, he gave a rousing chant of "We're still here."
Yeah.
At the conference. So this is a play on all of that. Apparently it is going to be released in Boston Brewery's tap room on Thursday, January 31st. The first 199 people, in honor of Brady's 199th selection in the 2000 draft, will be able to purchase one limited edition crowler per person. And I didn't see any talk about where it will be as far as if it's going to be distributed.
I've heard some people say that the flavor is kind of flat.
Yeah.
Just a little flat. A little.
Took a little carbonation out.
Yeah,
Tom Brady doesn't like all the bubbles.
Yeah, it's too much.
Too much aeration in
Leaves
it.
you too inflated.
Yeah. Yeah. Doesn't have that bloated feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, break a leg, Tom.
Yeah. I mean, might as well. I mean, it's going to be his last one anyway, right?
No, he's already said he's coming back next year.
Oh, did he say that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah?
No, he said that a couple months ago.
Oh.
So
Maybe he's doing the opposite of what he did last year.
Yeah.
Where he says he doesn't know if he's going to be back, and then he does say he's going to be back. Or he says he's going to be back. And he's
well,
not.
there's always the Daniel Tosh thing when Brett Favre was in and out, where he goes, hey Brett, everyone thinks you should quit. Yeah, you said 20 million, right? Yeah, they can go fuck themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I will never disparage a man for getting paid.
Yeah.
So if the Patriots are willing to pay him,
Oh, yeah.
and even if they're not, I bet someone else would be.
Which Super Bowl is it? It's like his fifth?
No, this is like his
sixth,
seventh?
eighth? I don't know.
Seventh, eighth?
I don't keep
Someone
track of
correct
that
me?
stuff.
Yeah.
Someone who knows football more than me.
I think it's his eighth Super Bowl.
His
I know
eighth
it's his
Super
third
Bowl?
in the row.
Gosh, man. I know a lot of people are just sick of the Patriots now. They're just like
Oh, yeah.
a
Of course.
football institution now.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone hates a winner,
Yeah.
but everyone loves to be a winner.
Yeah.
So, you can't win everything, but you hope someone else would get a chance from time to time. Anyway, a little bit more sports news, sticking with the Super Bowl. So, if you're lucky enough to get a ticket to the Super Bowl, typically you get to experience even higher than normal concession prices.
Yeah, you've been to like a major sports event.
Yeah, I've been to NFL games, I've been
Yeah.
to bowl games
Yeah.
and things like that. Yeah.
And concessions are extremely expensive.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think I spent $35 in San Diego on like a hot dog, a beer, and something else.
Oh wow, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the
Hot dog, a beer, and a bag of chips
Yeah,
or something.
the Seahawks game I went to, the beers were like $12 a piece. It
Yeah.
was ridiculous.
Yeah, even Blazer games, they're $9.50 for a beer.
Yeah.
And it's like that's an NBA game. There's
Yeah.
20,000 people there 4 nights a week.
Yeah.
Come on. Yeah. So yeah, and the Super Bowl is definitely no different. Apparently, on average, a hot dog at the Super Bowl runs you about $15 or $13, and a beer will run you $15.
Yeah.
Supposedly, at Super Bowl 53, which is on Sunday, concessions are going to be at near an all-time low. With you can get a hot dog and a beer for like $10.
Yeah. Like a hot dog's gonna be, or burger's gonna be $5.
Yeah, beer is going to be $5.
Beer's gonna be $5,
A pint of beer will be $5.
Yeah, which is like on par with most places that you can get beer at.
Yep.
Apparently, this is the Mercedes-Benz stadium. Okay. And
Yep.
so I guess that their policy is that no matter what the event, the prices are going to stay the same. They're never going to gouge prices.
That's
even
cool.
for the Super Bowl, they're going to keep the prices the same. And because the prices are much, much lower, they're actually making more money.
Right.
Because people will come back for seconds and thirds.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I go to a couple football games a year. I go to a couple basketball games a year. So college football and NBA are the big things here. And yeah, usually it's I plan on getting like a hot dog and a nacho or something like that, and it's $20-$25, and that's without me buying a beer.
Yeah.
You know, you get a beer, that's another $10 a pop.
Yeah.
So,
Although you can't get the beer prices too low.
right.
Because I don't know if you ever there was like some baseball game in the 70s and I don't know if it was a minor league or a major league. I can't remember. I remember reading the story about where they were having like nickel beer days. This was like in the 70s. So it was like you come in and you could get a beer for a nickel.
Yeah.
And people were so drunk that they were basically storming the field and fighting with the players. It basically turned into a riot. So they had to stop the nickel beer days.
Nice. Yeah, definitely can't sell the beer too cheap, but I wouldn't mind getting a beer for a pub price.
Yeah, no, for a pub price.
Paying $6-7 for a pint of good beer and maybe $4 or $5 for a domestic.
Yeah.
That's what I'd like to see. So, but no, good on Mercedes-Benz Stadium for holding to
not
it. And
gouging the consumer.
Yep. So, all right.
And I hope the consumer buys more because then it'll become more popular.
That's right.
And then people will actually start lowering prices when you go to the games.
Yeah. I would certainly go to more games if it was more affordable.
Yeah.
Now, we'll stay on the subject for another minute or so, but I was actually a season ticket holder for a number of years for not for Blazers, but for U of O football.
Oh, okay.
And this was during the Chip Kelly era, or leading up to the Chip Kelly era. I used to pay about $450 for a pair of general admission tickets for the season, which got you about 7 games. Got you in the door, got you general admission reserved seating. I was in the north end zone, the west end zone, about a third of the way up, so I could see the entire field. Beautiful seats. I had an aisle seat. $450 a year, absolutely.
Yeah.
They went to the Rose Bowl, and the next year it jumped to $750.
Oh yeah, basically doubled it. Yeah.
Right, they didn't even win the Rose Bowl. Chip Kelly just won 10 games.
Yeah.
Which they had won 9 games the year before. So it's like, ooh. Yeah, so they won 10 games, went to the Rose Bowl. All of a sudden, it was $750. One more year of that crap, and it was $1,275.
Yeah, it's just, I went ridiculous.
Yeah. For the same seat.
Yeah.
It was same stadium, same seat, same cost, same everything else.
Well, yeah, no, I remember that was...
And I went, you know what? For $1,275, I can buy myself a bitchin' TV at home.
Yeah, a couple years ago, before the Seahawks, made it to the Super Bowl, even won the Super Bowl. Their ticket prices were actually kind of affordable. Right after that, they were insanely expensive.
Yeah.
And I think they're still pretty expensive right now, even though they're not doing great.
Yep. And that's the thing with Oregon, is Oregon has not been great for a couple of years.
Yeah.
I mean, they had a losing season, then they had a competitive season. But their ticket prices haven't budged. They haven't gone down at all. And it's irritating as a fan because it's like, I'm not going to spend $300 to go see a college football game.
Yeah.
No.
Well, that's the nice thing about with a lot of big screen TVs, because the technology is getting better, the price is coming down. People can have a nice big TV in their living room in HD and then watch whatever sporting event. That's.
And I live an hour and a half north of Eugene, so I don't have to go fight traffic an hour and a half there, and then fight traffic 2.5 hours back. Waste literally the entire day to see less in the stadium than I would seeing on TV. So yeah, ticket prices have got to change, and I'm not even going to get into the Blazers Comcast Sportsnet discussion that Comcast has done to many other teams around the country. That just pisses me off. Anyway, that does it for beer news.
Beer news, beer/sports is kind of what it turned into. But yeah, whatever.
All right, jumping into a little bit of tech news. We're going to jump straight into nVidia. Now, there have been so many rumors for over the last year. I believe it was actually last February. I had concrete specs for what should have been a 2000 series NVIDIA card release. And the specs were actually very, very close to accurate as far as the CUDA core counts that became final in the RTX series cards. But what's always been swirling around is an 11 series card, so an 1160, 1170, 1180. And after the ray tracing was announced, they said, well, maybe they're still going to produce these cards, but maybe non-RTX versions of them.
Right.
Well,
that's
that news has not only a little bit of smoke, but possibly a little bit of fire. So NVIDIA is rumored to be releasing a GTX 1660 Ti the day after Valentine's Day, so February 15th. And this is more than a little bit of a rumor. Steve, if you click the next slide, this is a snippet from credit goes to videocards.com. But a snippet from supposedly an NVIDIA press conference launching this
Yeah, you can see right there.
with GTX 1660. And if you scroll down just a touch more, you can see the specs right there. So the base 1660 is going to have 1280 CUDA cores, just like the GTX 1060 is, or does. The 1660 Ti has 1536, compared to the RTX 2060's 1920 CUDA cores. Yeah. So this is going to slot just below the RTX 2060 as far as CUDA performance goes, rasterization performance. Yep. No RTX cores, 6 gigabytes of GDDR6, same 192-bit bandwidth. And then the 1660 is going to be available in both 6 and 3 gig versions. Supposedly this is going to launch the day after February for $280. Yep. So right at the same price point that the RX 590 is at right now. I'm still really disappointed at the lack of any kind of budget refresh options from nVidia. Now I know they're coming, but where's the GTX 1050 replacement? Where's the 1050 Ti replacement? Where's the 1030 replacement? 1030 is a ballin' little card for $70. And it just seems they're trying to inflate the market to a point where they're not servicing anything under $200 anymore. I mean, when was the last GTX card release that was under $200? It was almost 3.5 years ago.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah.
Maybe they don't think that there's a big enough market for it. I have no idea.
Right.
I don't know what the sales were on though, or maybe they just didn't think it was. You would think with all the budget bills that people put out there that they would sell pretty good.
You would think,
Yeah.
right? I mean, I did a number of GT 1030 reviews, both for Modders Inc. and for Craft Computing, and those videos always did fantastically well.
Yeah. So there was obviously demand for it.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's frustrating. It's frustrating from a consumer standpoint to go, you know what? It's been 3 years since I've gotten a GT 1030, and the only thing you've done is, number one, made the GT 1030 worse by putting DDR4 memory into it. But number two, you haven't released anything anywhere near competitive to it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's frustrating. But like I said, this looks like pretty solid evidence that there's going to be a release on or near February 15th. So I have no information. I haven't talked to anyone. I have no idea on this. I'm reading the same sites you are for this one.
I'll rather want a box of video cards than a box of chocolates anyway. So, perfect Valentine's Day gift.
Yeah,
Warms the heart.
I'd take a 1660 Ti.
warms the heart and the space around your computer.
Yep. No word on power draw. So although we could probably figure it out
based on the specs, but
yeah,
I mean it's the rumor mill is pretty sparse on those type of details.
Yeah. So no word on power draw. No good pictures of like power inputs or anything like that. So I don't know if it's going to be like a 150 watt card.
Well, they do kind of put the performance.
Sorry, something on my tongue.
They do put the performance between the 1060 and the 1070.
Right.
So that could probably give you a little bit of a clue what the power draw might be.
Right.
A little bit.
Yeah. So yeah, probably right around that 150, 170 watt TDP, because I believe the 1070 is 170 watt TDP. Overclocked, I think it draws between 200 and 210, something like that. So yeah, it's interesting. And actually, if you want to jump to the next NVIDIA article, I think I put it at the bottom by mistake.
Oh, okay. We want to move it up.
We'll just kind of stick with NVIDIA. Okay. There you go.
We'll keep talking about with NVIDIA.
Sorry, we're going to jump down and then jump back up if you're following along in the links. But yeah, we do know why NVIDIA, or rather, this may explain why NVIDIA hasn't released any new mid-series cards, and it's because they were so overstocked with Pascal cards. We knew there were at least 300,000 excess Pascal chips that were tried to be returned, and then NVIDIA actually stuck with the OEMs and their board partners and said, no, you guys have to sell these. We're not giving you anything else until you do. So yeah, there's been some hurt feelings. There's been some weird business going on between NVIDIA and some of the OEM partners. But you guys have to sell these. We're not going to do anything else until you do. There we go. Well, you're behind. Okay, hold on.
I'm behind.
Okay, we should be back on now.
Should be back.
Should be back. Stream drop. Yeah, we should be back.
Twitch is down too.
Yeah, Twitch is down too. Yeah, it's all the same stream. So back. Okay. Yeah, we're back. We're back. Everyone, calm down.
Yeah,
Calm down. That was weird. So I don't know if one of these websites is trying to crypto mine me, but all of a sudden Google Chrome was using like 70% of my CPU, ate up 3 gigs of RAM, and it's more than normal. I will say that.
I don't know. That's Google Chrome.
It is Chrome, but yeah, all of a sudden Chrome took all the resources from OBS and OBS locked. Now I was able to just close OBS and reopen it and restart the stream, but that was weird. Either that or the NVIDIA hive mind is watching and they don't like what I'm saying.
They don't want to hear, yeah.
Which is more likely? Let me know in the comments. Anyway, so we know that NVIDIA was overstocked on especially the mid-range Pascal cards. So we're talking the 20 or the 1060 and 1070 cards because of the crypto boom, and then because it suddenly went bust, and it went bust with a vengeance. It was not like a trickle effect. It was okay, we're done.
And it's not predicted to recover anytime soon. So
yeah. And NVIDIA today announced in their financial talks that they actually were expecting originally $2.7 billion in Q4. They actually had to adjust that all the way down to $2.2 billion. Their stock has fallen 13.7%. And NVIDIA made its Q3 announcement, or earnings announcement. And it... Sorry, I'm losing my train of thought here. Trying to read and talk at the same time. It's not working tonight. I apologize.
You got to try to read, talk, and drink at the same time.
Anyway, their stock price went from almost $160 down to $138. So, down 13.7%, or almost $22, just on the news of we're $500 million short
just makes
in earnings.
Yeah.
And they also had to adjust their predictions for the next couple quarters by about the same margin, and they said we're not even sure we're going to make that margin either. Because not only were they overstocked on Pascal cards, so they weren't selling anything to board partners. When they did sell things to board partners, that is the Turing cards, their RTX series cards, apparently those have not been selling too well, falling well below expectations. And in the article, I just love that... where was it? Was it this article or was it the next one?
Maybe it was the next one.
Yeah, there were 2 articles.
The one about China.
No, it wasn't the one about China.
Oh, that wasn't the one you were talking about?
No, it was... Oh, here we go. Deteriorating macroeconomic conditions, particularly in China, impacted consumer demand for NVIDIA gaming GPUs. So they're blaming China's recession for all of their gaming woes. Which I will say, pretty much every gamer in China is a PC gamer. Consoles don't exist in the Chinese market. They don't know what they are. They don't know what to do with them. Because they were actually illegal up until, 2012?
Except for Soulja Boy's console.
Except Soulja Boy's.
That one's still there.
Yeah. Anyway, in addition, sales of certain high-end GPUs using NVIDIA's Turing architecture, so certain high-end GPUs, were selling lower than expected. These products deliver a revolutionary leap forward in performance and innovation with real-time ray tracing and AI.
But there's only one game that utilizes
but
it.
Some customers may have delayed their purchase while waiting for lower price points and further demonstrations of RTX technology in actual games.
Right.
I love that quote.
Yes. That's like a big duh.
Oh, you mean they were too expensive and they don't do what they claim they do because there's no software available for them yet? You can literally play Final Fantasy 15 with DLSS, or you can play Shadow of the Tomb Raider with ray tracing on.
Yeah, it's like...
That's it.
It's like if you know...
And we're 5 months later, might I remind you.
The first rendition of the Tesla came out with, like, the wheels from Flintstones. Yeah. It's like, it's going to go eventually. It'll look really good. Just, you gotta wait till someone makes something for it. Yeah, no. it's all the technology in the world and everything like that. If you don't have any real world applications to actually use it, no one's going to buy it.
Right. And I've got to say, most people, when they reviewed, especially the 2080 Ti, said, yeah, it's the best gaming card out there. It's way too expensive, though.
Way too expensive.
Every single reviewer summed it up like that. That said, yeah, it's the best performance we've ever seen, short of a GTX Vega or Volt. What's the V1? Gosh darn it, the Titan V.
Oh,
Gosh darn it. I forget.
Someone's gonna say it.
Never mind. Volta.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
Volta. Volta. Thank you.
GTX Vega. Most ambitious crossover in history. The Volta kind of beat it, but it's also a $3,000 card. And so the RTX 2080 Ti looks like a relative bargain at $1,300. But yeah, it's ridiculously overpriced. Even if it was the Titan, it's ridiculously overpriced. And this is why we need competition. This is exactly why we need competition in the marketplace. Because if AMD was pushing nVidia to lower their prices or pushing them dollar for dollar, they would start price fighting with each other, and we would win. So this is the time that being a fanboy doesn't pay off. You want AMD to be good just as much as you want nVidia to be good, or vice versa. I don't care which side of the fence you're on, red or green. Competition's good for everyone.
Yeah.
And in fact, I have kind of a macro look at that in my upcoming video.
There's a reason monopolies are bad.
Yep. So video that I'm posting hopefully in the next couple of days. I'm doing a PC build, but I'm doing kind of a PC build as I would have wanted to build it in January 2018, looking at prices in January 2019. And in fact, I went out and bought all these parts. The price difference is pretty staggering on a lot of this stuff. Yeah. Let's see.
Out of nVidia news and onto
AMD news. AMD news. Great. We got a couple lawsuit stories. I apologize.
Yeah, we went from sports to economics to
Yeah.
law. We cover everything.
We're covering all bases tonight.
Yeah.
So, for those who don't know, there has been a lawsuit brought forward against AMD relating to their FX chips. So that's Bulldozer and Pile Driver, or whatever the other one was.
Yeah.
Whatever
the other named after a wrestling move.
Yeah. But specifically Bulldozer. Yeah. So we're talking the 8138 core, 8108 core, that series of chip. The FX Bulldozer. Do you smell what FX is cooking?
Yeah. That's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, they ran hot enough.
Yeah.
You can cook on them. For those who don't know the basic architecture of Bulldozer claimed at the time to be the world's first consumer 8-core processor. Now, that was both true and not true
at the same time.
because AMD grossly changed what the definition of a processor was, or a CPU core, as it were. Shown on your guys' screen is pretty much a layout of what Bulldozer looked like at its architecture. So what Bulldozer had was essentially 4 of these units all stacked together. So they had, you've got your fetch and your decode layer. Your integer is actually what the processing unit is. That's where all the numbers are crunched. And it's then spit out to wherever it needs to go. The 2 integer cores on this share L2 cache and share decode layer, and they also share some bandwidth between them. However, you can't use all of the bandwidth all of the time. So the question of whether or not this was actually a true 8-core processor was brought up at the time. But again, how do you define processor? To some definition, it's the thing that crunches the numbers. To some other definition, it's everything integrated that makes the processor work. But if you remember, all the way back to 2007, memory controllers were on motherboards as far as your RAM interface. Those, as of Nehalem with Intel, got moved on to the processor. So the DDR3 memory controller was baked into the processing core. And now we have I/O chips that are baked into the processing core. We have a lot of your graphics and your I/O for USB 3.0 drivers are on the chip now. So what is the definition of a processor? And that's really what this lawsuit is trying to get to the root of. Now, the lawsuit was brought up by consumers who purchased AMD's Bulldozer chips and say AMD did not deliver us 8-core performance. They did not deliver us a true 8-core processor. To which AMD responds, well, yes, we did, because you have 8 cores, 8 threads. You have 8 individually addressable processing units. And they said, well, yeah, but you only gave us 80% of the performance of 8 cores. We didn't want 6 cores of performance. We wanted 8.
8 cores, yeah.
And so there was a motion to dismiss by AMD, and that was actually just denied. The lawsuit is going to be allowed to
go forward.
It's going to
go forward.
And both sides will meet in court on February 5th to kind of talk their way back through this.
Almost in time to buy an nVidia card.
Right. So what the basis of the dismissal was AMD said they have no basis for a complaint. We gave them 8 processing cores. So regardless of the performance of the processor as a whole, we gave them 8 processing cores. And AMD in their original marketing demo of Bulldozer said, we're going to put 2 processing cores per essentially chiplet, basically what eventually developed into Zen, although Zen's a completely different architecture. But the theory behind Zen was we're going to put 2 cores per chiplet and then put 4 of those on a die, and then you'll have access to them, but they're all going to share resources among themselves.
You should just put core in all the marketing, just quotes around.
Just core.
Just core.
8 core.
Just like they put quotes around bulldozer over here. It's not really a bulldozer.
Yeah.
It's just named that. It's a core.
How do I move dirt with this?
Yeah. You just start shoving it with the box. Yeah.
So, anyway, the lawsuit was allowed to proceed because the plaintiffs, apparently several of the plaintiffs allegedly knew exactly how Bulldozer's modules worked prior to purchasing. And so they're saying, yeah, we understand how it works, but we still think you underdelivered on performance, on your promised performance. Now, I personally don't think the plaintiffs have a leg to stand on if this were me. Because AMD gave performance metrics, they gave expected metrics, they gave it's going to work really well here, it's not going to work so well here. That was all in their press conferences and marketing materials, and the plaintiffs have said, yeah, we were aware of those. We bought it anyway, and it didn't work up to our expectations. Well, your expectations are one thing. What a company advertises as expectations are completely different. And in my opinion, I think AMD was pretty forthright with what they were expecting out of this. And remember, AMD was hailing themselves as the budget king, where we're not going to win. We're not going to be the best performing thing, but we're going to undercut Intel, and we're going to take their bottom 40%, and we're going to be the best value. So
yeah, it's very hard to win those type of lawsuits where they say, okay, you marketed it as this, but you gave me this. It has to be completely blatant. I mean, there's plenty of places that advertises like, oh, we have the best pizza or whatever like that. Obviously, it's not the best pizza, but that's that's an opinion. That's not really fact. So you can't sue Papa John's for saying that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Better ingredients, better pizza.
Yeah, exactly.
I disagree.
Yeah, you can't sue them for that. That just doesn't work that way.
Yeah. So, although you can sue Chevy for apparently saying we're the most dependable cars on the road.
I remember hearing about that. I don't think anything came of that though.
No, they didn't sue, but Toyota, Ford, and Honda, I guess, all took issue with their most recent commercial, and Chevy pulled it down.
Oh, okay.
But pulled it down, but said, "But we're still right." No, you're not. So, yeah, it all depends on how was AMD's Bulldozer advertised? What was the expectations that AMD placed on it themselves versus what were the consumer expectations? And where in the middle does all this lie? I don't think the plaintiffs are going to win. In fact, I think after a hearing on the 5th, it might be thrown out anyway. But I'm curious to see where it goes. Okay. We'll save the next lawsuit one for next.
There's so many lawsuits, yeah.
Yeah, we'll go into to Crapple first.
Oh, we'll do that one, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you follow Barnacles on Twitter, you're probably well aware of Apple's latest gaffe, security gaffe. After their much touted "what happens on your iPhone stays on your iPhone" poster in Vegas above CES, that apparently what happens on your iPhone can be listened to if someone calls you and you don't even have to answer.
Yeah.
So their latest problem is supposedly if you FaceTime called someone and they didn't pick up, but instead they hit the power button to mute your call, it activated your microphone and they could listen to whatever you're saying.
You can. They don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
You can sit there and listen to what's going on over there without them even knowing it.
Yep. So.
And it doesn't stop until the person who called, hangs up.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. So yeah, it's and supposedly this was reported by a 14-year-old kid almost 12 days ago. And yesterday, Apple finally disabled FaceTime group chat, which is where the bug code was taking place.
They disabled it on their server side.
Right. So yeah, FaceTime group chat is down until the next iOS update, which it seems weird that it'd be an iOS kill switch and not a server side kill switch.
It's both, actually.
Is it both?
There's both. Yeah, there's a server. They do have a server side kill switch, what they did flip already. Mm-hmm. Supposedly, there's been some reports that it's. Well,
I'm wondering why the exploit is client side. That's what I'm wondering.
I don't think it's. I think it's just a failure in the software itself.
Is it just protocol?
Yeah,
issue?
I think it's just a protocol. Some QA guy forgot to test something. Some coder just coded it this way.
Yep.
And it's just a certain way of doing things, and it just happens.
Yeah.
And so they're gonna patch it out probably the next time. But they completely turned the service off, server side, and they're gonna patch it next week and turn it back up.
Yep. So yeah, hopefully this will all be patched up. They said as soon as Friday, as late as like Wednesday.
Yeah.
But it's a pretty major issue, and especially when it's reported and it falls on deaf ears.
Oh, it
for
was
for 10 days.
The mayor of New York told people of New York to stop using their iPhones.
Right.
They're like, when you got government entities telling you to stop using their tech, that's pretty bad.
Yeah. Yeah, and there were multiple news outlets and sources. This was picked up, I think, on Monday by like CNN, BBC. Yeah. Steps to disable FaceTime on your phone so this couldn't happen to you. So yeah, it hit some major news outlets, and then Apple reacted, and that's the wrong way to do things. Yeah. So curious to see. I mean, I was an iPhone user for a number of years, up until literally about 12 months ago, and my biggest problem with Apple is every single software update, every major OS revision. Number one, it felt like my phone got slower for no reason at all.
And that was proven to
And it was proven to actually happen.
Yeah.
Number two was every single major software update, I would have issues with my clock on my phone.
Yeah.
Where if you had any alarms set, they wouldn't go off until you deleted the alarm and reset the alarm. That was a major issue that happened between like iOS 3 and iOS 7, like repeatedly every single year. Every time you update, you'd have to go in and clear off all your alarms and then redo them. And I was late for work a couple of times during that time.
You could blame Apple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'd wake up and it's like, holy crap, it's 8:20. Why didn't my alarm go off? Oh, right, because I updated to iOS 6 last night. So yeah, that was a thing. And there's always some weird thing that breaks on major revisions. Frustrating.
Yeah.
Oh, it's okay. I'm on Android now.
Yeah, no, me too. Well, I never was on Apple. So.
Me too. All right, I'm gonna finish this. Why don't you go and intro the next beer?
Okay, so the next beer, you want to let's keep going with the IPA here, the IPA theme. This one is Mother Earth's Hop Diggity, and I think I said at the beginning of the show that I really liked Mother Earth. They have a lot of beers that I really like. Mm-hmm. The Cali Creamin' being probably the best vanilla flavored beer I ever had. This one apparently says it's got tropical juiciness, sweet pineapple, and strawberry flavors. So we'll see. It doesn't say it's a hazy. It just says in a double IPA.
Yeah, interesting.
So we'll give it a shot.
Yeah, pineapple and strawberry. I'm down for that.
Wow. It smells good. It smells danky.
Oh yeah,
Just like I like.
Whew.
Yeah, there's nothing. I don't think I remember reading about what the hop profile was on this.
Look how dense that head is.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Wow.
It's nice.
Nice, thick, creamy bubbles.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it doesn't really say which kind of hops that they put in this one.
Very dank.
Oh, wow. Yeah, they weren't kidding about those fruit flavors. It kind of almost tastes a little like fruit striped gum.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Way sweeter than I was expecting.
Yeah, way sweeter. Well,
Way
it's
sweeter.
a double, but...
Right. But I mean, for a double IPA, it's way sweet.
Yeah, it's way sweet. That might be where the sweetness and the fruity notes from the hops are coming from, so it kind of gets more of that strawberry flavor because it's more sweet. Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah, I've definitely got the strawberry in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
That's
interesting.
the first time where they actually explained a flavor that was not tropical. Because the tropical
Right.
notes that they put on there, I get that from a lot of those hops.
And you'll get it from the hops, right?
Yeah, and I get that every single time. But when they say stuff like guava or strawberry or blueberry, and I'm like, unless they actually put that fruit in there, I never get this. This is the first time where they actually said strawberry, and I actually do get a little bit.
Just
of
a little
strawberry.
bit.
Just a little hint of that strawberry in there.
It's good.
Yeah, it's good.
I like it.
I'm glad I got more at home.
So, yeah, interesting.
What did I miss?
Never mind.
What did I miss?
Never mind.
Oh.
Moving right along.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So we'll do one more lawsuit talk. I don't like doing lawsuit talks. Well, I do because I find it interesting, but I don't think anyone else does.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, it was a slow news week, and this is what we have.
We gotta do what we gotta do.
So we did touch on the Huawei investigations. I guess this isn't a lawsuit. This is just outright corruption.
This is more, This is corporate espionage, where it's their way or the Huawei.
Yeah.
Huawei. I don't know how to pronounce it.
It's kind of Huawei.
Huawei. Is their way or the
Yeah.
Huawei?
I usually say Huawei.
Huawei.
Yeah. Or try to, but I try to put just a little H into it on the intro. Huawei.
You gotta think like what was it from Family where they go cool whip.
Yeah, cool whip.
This is Huawei. Huawei.
Why are you putting so much emphasis on the H? Well, I'm just saying Huawei.
Just saying Huawei.
Best MOBO for a 7700 B250 enough for a non-K? Absolutely. A non-K you're going to be running at I think 3.6 gigahertz base, turbo to 4.2 I want to say, and pretty much every single motherboard on the market will be able to handle that. So, yeah, any B250 you'd be just fine. No reason to go Z270 or anything like that. All right. All the puns tonight. Steve's on a roll. To be fair, he stole that from someone else.
Did I?
Yes, you did.
I don't know.
You did.
Okay, I'm sure.
You did.
Like when I said that, I'm like, I know someone said that before.
Yeah.
Someone said that before.
Yeah. No, I read it somewhere else in chat, and I don't think it was you that said it. Was it?
Okay.
Did you post it in chat? Then it was someone else in chat.
I don't remember. I was drinking a lot last week, so I don't remember.
Oh man. Anyway, so Huawei is coming under a lot of international fire from the UK, from the US. The FBI is involved, and now there's allegations of basically bounties for trade secrets. Which is not something you want to be involved in as a company. Yeah. Now, again, I think 7 executives have already been arrested in Canada, including Huawei's CFO. And the news today was that the Department of Justice is accusing Huawei of stealing trade secrets from U.S. wireless carrier T-Mobile, as well as committing wire fraud and obstructing justice. So what happened was Huawei allegedly set up a bounty program and said T-Mobile employees, if you send us information, we will pay you
I think it was up to $50,000.
Up to $50,000, depending on how juicy this information is.
I think they got them by using those advertisements on Facebook where it says "work from home, $50,000."
Yeah.
And they click on it, and it's like, "Oh, you work for T-Mobile? Yeah. Okay, well, you can work from home. Just send us the secrets."
There you go. FBI Director Christopher Wray said Huawei was trying to gain an unfair economic advantage by breaking U.S. laws. He added that the FBI will not tolerate corrupt businesses that violate the laws that allow American companies in the United States to thrive. End quote. So they're facing up to $500,000 in fines for wire fraud and obstruction of justice, and up to $5 million for conspiracy and attempt to commit trade secret theft.
But how much money they're making, that's kind of not that.
That's not that much.
That's not big of a deal to them.
The penalties don't seem that high.
What they're blatantly committing.
Yes.
It seems pretty small.
Yeah.
The $500,000 for a company that big is like just a tiny drop in the bucket. That's like their budget for coffee filters. that's nothing.
Right. Well, do you see their booth at CES? They're freaking massive.
Yes, I did see that.
I mean, they probably spent $3 million building that damn thing, and they had one just the same size last year.
Yeah.
So, yeah, pretty heavy stuff that Huawei is being accused of doing, and apparently they've got. It's more than an accusation.
Yeah. They got some pretty hard,
pretty smoking gun evidence.
Yeah.
According to the FBI, Huawei's been trying to get ahead by offering employees of various companies around the world bonuses based on the value of the information they stole. The employees would then send this information to Huawei via encrypted email. So, yeah, if they have that against them, these people are going to prison for a long time. Plus, Huawei's going to pay hopefully tens of millions of dollars in fines, if not hundreds. But at the moment, they're up for basically $5.5 million.
Yeah.
So I hope the case is still developing. I hope if this all turns out to be true, that Huawei does have to have a little bit of a comeuppance.
Yeah.
So
the email was don'treadme@huawei.com.
Yes. Huawei.org.
.org.
Yeah.
Don't look here.
No, .net. They were saving money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Man, this is actually really good.
Mm-hmm.
The more I drink it, the more I like it.
Yeah, I am really digging that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Huawei is really popular in Asia, and they were starting to gain a lot of traction in especially the budget market here in America. I actually bought one of their phones last year. Bought a Huawei Honor 6, I want to say it was. Mm-hmm. It was a $150 Android 8.0 smartphone. It worked okay. It wasn't the greatest thing ever, but it worked. Definitely got me off my old iPhone that died. But yeah, I don't know what else to say about it.
Yeah.
Corsair is getting more and more into the pre-built systems now, and not just the Corsair One. So they've done the Corsair One for a couple of years, and that is their all-in-one mini tower Mac Pro style trash can tower cooler thing.
Yep.
That actually performs quite well. But they're actually going to be getting into gaming PC builds. Now, I think what probably spurred this is The Verge did such a terrible job with the Crystal 280X that Corsair said, no, we're going to build in that case from now on. No one else is.
Oh yeah.
So basically what they're doing is they're starting with the Vengeance 5180, which is based on the Corsair Crystal 280X. and they're putting a full-fledged gaming system in it using pretty much all Corsair parts. One thing Corsair has really been pushing the last couple of years is to really get a hold on everything besides processors, motherboards, and graphics cards. They do storage as far as SSDs, they do memory, they do fans, they do cases, they do power supplies, they do accessories, they do lighting, they do keyboards, mice, monitors now.
The whole gambit.
The list goes on. Yeah. So basically every ancillary piece that you need to build a PC, Corsair makes. And so honestly, them starting to get into the gaming desktop game a little bit heavier
seems to be a natural thing.
With off-the-shelf components seems to be very natural progression for them. I'm certainly interested to see kind of what price points these come in for.
Yeah, that's one thing that the article I did not list is.
Yeah, it didn't list a price point, but it said it would be did have upgrade options such as mechanical storage and mechanical keyboards, and you could choose whatever keyboard you wanted from Corsair and that kind of thing. Monitors and whatnot. So should be pretty custom.
Nice looking case, a little thick. It's on the thick side.
Right. Well, it's a 280X.
Yeah, thick boy.
The thick boy.
The thick boy.
Thick with 3 C's. So yeah, the 280X is a thick. In fact, it's right over there if you want to see one.
Oh, you got one too.
Yeah,
okay.
it's the end of the shelf.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a thick case, but it's a decent enough case to build in. And what's really nice is it's nice and easy to make it look good, which was why the Verge video was so shocking at how bad he made that case look. That there is tons of room for cable management and no excuses. Yeah. Like the back half of the case is this wide.
Yes, no, you can even tell.
And you just kind of go with your cables on the other side, and you're done.
You're done. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't even care if the back side of your case looks good. The front side of your case, you have no excuse.
Yeah, I got no excuse. Yeah.
So. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely curious to find out. Now. They're only going up to an i7-8700 at the time of this publication, which is about a week and a half ago, which is a little bit surprising that they're not going with any full-fledged overclockable SKU. All of they're not going with any K-series SKUs, but they will be offering modern graphics cards to go alongside it. So, yeah, a little curious on offering gaming desktops with no CPU overclock performance. So. We'll see how that works out for him.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
All right.
I think
that is about all the tech news we have.
All the tech. Yeah.
Yeah. So, you want to start us off with some gaming news?
Yeah, we have a few gaming news tidbits here.
How much of your ability do you use per day, Steve?
My ability?
Yeah.
Like
or of your potential.
My power level?
Your power level.
My power level is almost at 9,000 every day.
Every day?
When I wake up in the morning, I try to get it up to 9,000.
What percentage would you say you actually use though? What do you actually utilize?
Maybe 10%.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I charge it up way too much.
I think I'm about 18%.
You're 18%?
I'm 18%.
Yeah. Well, I work from home, so I just roll out of bed.
Yeah.
Power up.
Yeah.
And then I kind of like,
Yeah.
just kind
of roll down the stairs.
I go down there and I'm all pumped and I'm like, you know what? What's on YouTube?
Yeah.
I'm gonna start watching YouTube a little bit.
So. Yeah, if you don't know what we're alluding to, apparently 1% is all you need.
Yes. If you're shaggy.
If you're shaggy. As long as you're shaggy.
Yeah. So I don't know if anybody's seen that meme that's for some reason popular. I don't know. It came out of nowhere.
Came out of nowhere. And I love it.
It's almost replaced the Chuck Norris as being so Shaggy the all powerful.
I hope it has the legs that the Chuck Norris one does.
Actually, I was reading a little bit because I was thinking the same thing. I was like, this came out of nowhere, and I'm like, you can go to Encyclopedia Dramatica and stuff. You can look up the history of what came about. And it's actually pretty funny. So I don't want to go into it right now, but if anybody wants to go look it up, it's actually pretty entertaining.
It was an interview that someone pulled up, wasn't it?
Well, it was a fake interview. They took the interview from the original Scooby-Doo, and they kind of replaced some words in there about Shaggy doing some being possessed by the ghost. Yeah. Anyway, so it kind of took off from there, and because it's gotten so powerful, there's a petition now to add Shaggy to Mortal Kombat 11.
Yeah.
And Mortal Kombat isn't any strangers for guest fighters. I think they've had Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They've had Predator. Jason from Friday the 13th.
Yep.
Like, wasn't Batman? No, Batman was in... no, it wasn't Batman. But they've had a lot of guest fighters, I should say.
I would rather see Shaggy and Soul Calibur. That's what
Soul Calibur 6 does have the new...
The character creator.
Character creator.
Yeah.
There's already a Shaggy through that.
Yeah.
There's like 5, 10, 11, just tons of them.
Yeah.
Actually, I've watched a couple videos with those Soul Calibur creators, and some of them...
are pretty impressive.
They're pretty impressive what they did with how they got the character to look like that. So, you know what? I never messed with the character creator engine, but watching the videos of how these people did it, that's pretty impressive.
Yes,
how they took this crappy little editor and they actually made things like Donkey Kong, and the Kirby one's my favorite.
Yeah,
because it doesn't look like Kirby, but it kind of looks like Kirby.
Yeah. There's the Sonic.
Yes, the Sonic. Yeah. I saw that one. Yeah.
Sonic and Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong. Yeah, so I don't think that this petition will go anywhere.
It got 100,000 signatures in 24 hours.
It did, but I mean, okay, they have to get licensing.
You got to get licensing and whatnot, but
stuff like that, they're not going to do it.
It'd be really cool if they did.
Yeah, I don't know who owns the. I mean, Hanna-Barbera is probably owned by somebody else, I would think by now. But
I believe Hanna-Barbera is still the parent company.
It's still the parent company.
I believe so.
Oh, I don't know.
Didn't Cartoon Network buy them out?
Maybe it's Cartoon
I think William Street bought them out.
Okay. I thought William Street's subsidiary of.
Part of that.
Yeah. Anyway.
Part of that network.
Yeah, William Street's all Adult Swim.
Yeah.
Stuff, but yeah, no, I mean, like, it showed up on, like, well, it must be because Harvey Birdman had a bunch of Hanna-Barbera characters in them, so they must own.
They are a subsidiary. They're absorbed into Warner Brothers.
Okay, Warner Brothers. Okay.
Yep.
So they're part of Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
So there's a better chance. Well, is Warner Brothers is, I think, who produces Mortal Kombat is Warner Brothers, because they do the same God Among Us, right?
Yeah.
Which is all DC, which is Warner Brothers.
And DC has done some crossovers with things like this in the past.
Yeah.
It could happen.
It could happen. You might see Shaggy in the future. I don't know. We'll see.
Cool.
People don't think that it's going to happen.
Yeah.
But it might. Who knows? That'd be funny. They'll if the meme is still popular and the game comes out, and they put out a DLC with Shaggy, it'll probably happen. It'll make some money.
Yep. Really need to see the Rut-Row for fatality.
Yeah, I know. I'd like to see a Scooby Snack move.
I want to see the Scooby Snack.
Yeah.
You know. Ninja Stars.
The Zoinks.
Yeah.
I'd like to see the fatality. It's just the mystery machine runs them over or something like that.
Yep. Let's
the
see.
ascot attack. I don't know. That's Fred, actually. Okay, whatever.
Pulls Fred's head out of his pocket.
Okay.
In other news, going over to Nintendo.
Moving on over to Nintendo. Bad news for Metroid fans, not Metro fans. Sorry.
Ooh, ripping off the mask. I want to see him like remove someone's face.
Yeah. Or just like do the heart pulling. Well, that's Kano.
Yeah, Kano does the heart pulling. But no, I want to see the would have gotten away with it for, but I want to see
the remove it. Yeah.
Remove it, but it's like he just takes the head off.
They got him tied up in a rope or something like that.
Yeah.
And then the whole gang comes by and he actually just rips their head off. And
yeah.
Oh well, I guess you really are. Or
just rips the skin off his face or something. That's what I want to see.
That would be good. I would like that. That would be an awesome fatality, actually. Okay. Oh, back
to Nintendo.
Back to Nintendo.
Family friendly.
Yeah. Okay. So, Metroid Prime. Metroid Prime 4. Yep. It's not canceled, but it's basically restarting.
Yes.
So Nintendo is not happy with the progress for Metroid Prime 4, and they basically gave it back to Retro.
Yep.
So Retro Studios, the people who did the original Metroid Prime, they basically gave it back to them. And development is essentially starting back over. So the last 2 years, because it was announced in E3 2017, I think?
Yeah.
About 2017.
It's been a couple years, yeah.
So it's been in development for about 2 years. Nintendo was not happy with the progress. They go, yoink, you ain't doing it no more. We're going to give it to the guys who originally did it. And we're going to start it all over. So it's going to be at least another 2 to 3 years before we see another Metroid.
Yep, because they're scrapping the engine, they're
Yep.
scrapping assets. They didn't like anything.
They didn't like anything.
Yep.
They didn't like the gritty new noir feel of it, I guess. I don't know what it was. They didn't really show anything. They never really showed anything before. But this Metroid Prime 4 is now going to be delayed even further.
Yep. Yeah, and honestly, that's the kind of stuff we expect from Nintendo. I expect if Nintendo comes out with a first-party title in development, goes to the developer and said, we don't like the progress we see, we don't like what you're doing with the IP, we don't like this, they'll pull it. And that's why pretty much every single first-party Nintendo game for really the last 15 years has been Dynamite.
Yeah.
Is they have standards that they're not willing to sacrifice.
Well, also, due to that this is probably going to come at the end of the life of the Switch, because just given the amount of time that it takes to develop these things, and if they're starting over,
totally,
then it's going to be, like I said,
it may be a launch title for the next one.
It may be. That might be under discussion. It's all speculation at this point. But yeah, the hardcore news is that we ain't seen it anytime soon. Is basically what it is.
Yep. Another Nintendo news, we didn't post the article on this, but the Wii Store is shutting down this week.
Yeah, I did hear about that.
Yep.
I think even most people can't even use the Wii anymore.
Yeah.
Because it didn't have any HDMI converters.
Yep.
You can buy those, but
they
didn't have one built
not
in.
officially supported, and it only shot 480p anyway.
Yeah. So you can't even use it on modern TVs.
Yeah.
You have to have an old retro TV to even make it work.
We still have a Wii in our bedroom.
Yeah, I still have a Wii too.
And we have a flat panel, but it has a component input, and so I bought the component cables for it.
Yeah. No, I still have a Wii, but I have no way of using it. So.
Yep.
But yet I still have it.
Yep. So. Yep. Sad day. The Wii Store is shutting down.
I think.
Got to use the Wii U Store now.
The Wii. Well, there was that software that came out that just basically let you just pirate everything onto the Wii anyway. So
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah, I know. We don't endorse that at all.
I'm gonna plead the fifth on that one.
Those will still work because they are basically not connected.
Something about sending a bomb over the mail or something like that. I don't know. If you've hacked a Wii, you got that.
Yeah.
So. Metro Exodus. We've played it.
Yeah, we did. That was actually the demo. That we played when we were at PAX when they demoed the RTX technology.
Yep.
Now there wasn't any. I think we talked about it before. There wasn't any ray tracing going on. It was mainly shadows at that point. But news about Metro Exodus being an Epic Games Store exclusive.
Yep.
Hit last week.
Now here's the deal with this. Was Metro Exodus was available for pre-order on Steam.
Yes, it was.
For at least a month. And tons of people bought it.
Yep.
Epic then got the exclusive rights to be able to sell Metro Exodus, and they're pulling it from the Steam store. Now Steam, so Valve, to their credit, has said we will honor all the pre-orders, and you'll be able to download it through Steam and play it just like a regular game, and we'll supply updates and that kind of thing. We'll support it like a regular game on this. But it's no longer going to be available on Steam, at least for the next 12 months.
Yeah, for the next year. It's only exclusive for a year.
Right.
Which is fine by me, because I usually don't buy it till a year after anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, I wait till it's on sale for like $5 and then I'll pick it up.
Well, unfortunately, if it comes with RTX, I probably have to buy it because I'm going to need to benchmark it.
You got nothing else to benchmark it
so
against.
Great,
except for Battlefield 5.
Yeah, so great. There's the 5th launcher I need to download now.
Yeah, and that's another thing that a lot of people are upset about is because it's not that... I mean, I guess I'm a little bummed that there's another launcher coming out because I don't know how many we got. Good Old Games, we got Origin, we got
Blizzard.
The Blizzard one.
So
Twitch has one, Bethesda has one.
Epic already had one for Fortnite.
Yeah. And there's the Epic one, yeah.
Yeah, there's another one too.
Oh, the what's the indie one? The Ichio.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. There's a ton of launchers already
Yeah.
out for the PC. So, I mean, a lot of people are like, it's a free launcher.
Yeah.
That's not necessarily just the case. You have to also maintain friends lists on these things. Some have more features than others.
Yep.
I mean, Steam being the most mature, they have reviews and forums and help and a big community built up around it. All these other ones don't. Some of them don't even have built-in chat. So just saying that, what's another free download? It just makes it harder on the player to connect with other players.
Yeah, it's frustrating from a consumer standpoint, and you can look at Netflix, no further than Netflix, and how large they built their category, and then everyone goes, well, we can make like 7% more if we just do that ourselves.
Right.
And so all of a sudden Netflix catalog started retracting. Now Netflix is still the biggest game in town, but Hulu's a legit competitor.
Yeah.
So is Amazon Prime Video. But then you have all these other subscriptions you've got to maintain. So if you want ABC or CBS or NBC or Fox or, the list goes on and on. Oh, now I've got YouTube Red. I've also got YouTube TV. I've got PlayStation Now. You go down the list and yeah, it's only $10 a month, but it's $10 a month times 7.
Yeah, I think that's a little different than this right here, because
it is and it isn't.
It isn't. Yeah, you're fracturing your base,
right?
Which I agree with. But this is every single launcher out there is free that we have.
Yeah.
There's not a single launcher that's being released for the PC where you can download games that costs you money to buy and install that. But it does fracture your base. I mean, I have to maintain a friends list on the Steam, on Origin, on this. If I want to get help on something that happens on the Origin, I can't just go to the forum on the Steam page. I got to go find it publicly.
I have stopped benchmarking Origin games. So I don't do Battlefield 1 anymore. I did it a couple times, but I don't benchmark Battlefield 1 anymore because I don't want to maintain another launcher or have to install another set of games. Yeah. And Origin actually has a lockout where if you swap hardware so many times within 5 days, it'll lock you out of your account. And so I couldn't finish the benchmark anyway. And if I'm trying to test 4 video cards over the course of a day, so I just locked out my account. I can't benchmark for 24 hours, and if you do it again, it'll lock you out for 48. So it's frustrating. It's stepping over a dollar to pick up a dime.
It really is
what it is. You're still selling things,
and
you're still getting 74% of the revenue from Steam.
Right.
You're not getting all the revenue, but you're getting 74%, and you don't have to maintain crap. And from a consumer standpoint, it is so frustrating to not have a single point of contact. Yeah.
I was thinking about that when the first one came out, because I've been a Steam adopter. I think if you go look on my profile, I think it says like 14 years or something like that. It's like since they basically launched it.
Yeah, I think I'm on 12 years on my current account.
Yeah, I think I got it. I created a Steam account a little bit before they launched Half-Life 2. Yeah.
Right.
Which was the very first game that required Steam.
I know I had Half-Life 2 at launch. I don't think I kept that same account.
Yeah.
I think the Steam account I have now, I think I upped with Left 4 Dead 2, which was 07.
So when EA pulled all of its games out of Steam and then they started putting on Origin, I'm like, well, you know what? That's not too bad. It's like there's going to be some competition for Steam or anything. It's going to make it better. But then everybody else started doing it.
Right.
And now it's just ridiculous.
And Steam also loosened their policies to allow Uplay to install inside of Steam.
Yeah.
And so now every time I launch a Uplay title, it's launching Uplay in the background and doing all its kind of crap.
Right.
And it maintains its own friends list, even though I don't give two craps about it.
Yeah.
And so that's frustrating in and of itself. Yeah. And I guess you can also blame Rockstar for wanting to inject their social network.
Right, they're the Rockstar social network.
Rockstar Social.
Yeah.
Into GTA. It's...
It makes things...
It's anti-consumer.
Yeah, it makes things not very, very user-friendly.
You know how you make all the money? Put your games on every platform.
Yeah, that's what most people do, though.
Seriously.
Yeah, that's what they do. Well, it typically, I mean, for indie developers and stuff like that, they'll start out in Steam because the entry level is so low.
Yeah.
And if they make it there, then they can like distribute it to the consoles and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But, yeah, no, and it kind of sucks that this is the very first time that we've actually seen where there's some kind of exclusivity to the deal when it comes to where you're going to release it.
Yeah.
And I think that was when we first,
well, not necessarily
when we
because
first talked about this article or this
because you've got Titanfall has done this in the past. You've got the Battlefields have started to do this.
Well, okay, but that's Origin. They pulled them from Steam and they say if you want to play these, you have to download this.
Right. This is the first one where it's been announced and ready for purchase on Steam and then pulled before release.
Because some kind of exclusivity deal was made.
Yeah.
Like EA, okay, that's their IP, that's their software, so they put it on their launcher.
Right.
I don't like it.
Yep.
But that makes sense. This is basically Epic Games are whining and dining other developers to try to get them to be onto their platform to increase their platform.
Yep.
And they're getting exclusivity deals.
DRM makes pirates of us all.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah, it's frustrating.
It is frustrating, and kind of a segue into the next segment about that is it pissed off a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we were talking about this a little bit before we even started the show, where it is like gamers, the only real way for them to voice their frustration is to basically go onto Steam and review bomb them, basically give them all negatives. So if you go over to Steam Store right now and look up any of the Metro games, all the recent reviews say mostly negative.
Yep.
And that's exactly what they did. They went back and they started bombing the crap out of all the Metro games because of the decision to move it over to Epic's launcher.
Yep.
And if I read that, I remember reading the article, and it wasn't even the developer's decision. It was the publisher's decision.
Right.
Yeah. So it doesn't really. It kind of hurts the developers in that sense, but it wasn't really their fault. So it kind of sucks in that.
It kind of sucks from a developer standpoint.
Yeah.
Where you worked on a game, you're supposed to be getting paid royalties for said game, and now everyone's crapping all over your game because your developer did something, or your publisher did something.
You got a bunch of consumer hate for something that's completely out of your.
But that's the industry. If I worked for Huawei and I had no part in the scandal, but all of a sudden my CFO is selling trade secrets, I work for Huawei.
Yeah. You got
So, that's how the world works. And a lot of people will go, I wish gamers wouldn't go on and do this. Well, this is one area where they have a voice.
Yeah.
It really is them voicing their displeasure with this decision.
It's the only thing, because I was thinking about that too, and I kind of agree with you, where this really, it sucks that they're bombing the reviews on this, but it's the only voice that they have that immediately impacts the decision-making and the publisher and the developer's wallet.
Correct.
I mean, it really does.
Correct.
Because Steam still is the biggest store. And seeing that big red, mostly negative review on their storefront page is not good. It's not a very good thing. And I think that's a big driving factor. And there's no real way for consumers to voice their opinion to that amount of impact.
Right. I mean, you can get on Twitter, you can get on Facebook, and you can blast them on there.
You can blast it all day long.
Right.
But until it actually affects
it's got to hit the bottom line.
It's got to hit the bottom line.
Yep.
Yeah, until it hits the bottom line, there's not going to be a change. And this is like the most immediate way of them to do it. Mm-hmm. And I can't think of an alternate, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a lot of people don't like it. I personally love it because you reap what you sow.
Yeah. It's exactly. If you start making crappy anti-consumer decisions, you're going to start paying for it.
Yep. Just like the thing with No Man's Sky blew up.
And yeah.
You reap what you sow. You released a bad game. Whether it was Sony's decision to endorse you and then said, oh, you have to release the product now. Well, it's not ready. Well, sorry, you have to do it now. That's the bed you made.
Yeah.
So,
but they did come back from that. I mean,
they came back from
it. They came back from that.
Like I said, redemption story of 2018.
Yeah, if everybody wants to see a redemption story, it's No Man's Sky. I mean, they haven't gotten up to the hype level that they were before it was released.
They were top 10 in Steam played games.
Yeah, but it's a much better game now.
Yeah.
I've played it the last month, and it's much better.
I personally haven't jumped back into it, but I have a couple friends who have, and they say the same thing. Where
it's a much
it's
better
a much more polished game. It's actually an experience you can go through and do some exploration. So
still nowhere near what was advertised.
Probably not, but neither was
marketing
Spore,
stuff.
and I like Spore.
No, I know.
So
The best thing about Spore was the creature creation.
Yeah.
And it still is the best thing about Spore.
bunch of dicks walking around.
Yeah, the floppy dicks. I mean, George R.R. Martin made them. That's the way.
I still remember the first time a random one showed up, because you made a creature and then you evolved your creature and you're developing it on this planet.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the other creatures that inhabit the world are being downloaded from the cloud.
Yeah.
And sometimes you got like little cute like dogs running around on the ground, and sometimes it was literally a dick the size of a Tyrannosaurus
Flopping around. Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Yeah, it was a good game.
I mean, the actual gameplay was pretty shallow and
It was a mile wide and an inch deep.
yes, exactly.
is what it
Yeah,
was.
it's exactly what it was. But yes, the creature creation was quite brilliant.
I was hoping for a lot more, especially in the civilization stage and in the space stage, where I could actually do more things and explore more things and have more of an impact, other than, oh, go to this planet and talk to this guy. Yay, you did it! Thank you, I guess. And I guess I got to paint my ship. That's cool, I suppose.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it really the gameplay was very, very simplistic and not very complex at all.
Yep. Man, Shifty Wolf is on me for having so many open browser tabs. Do you realize we're doing a live show and these are all of our
these are all the stories.
Those are all of our news articles that we're talking about
Yeah.
to provide visual reference.
We keep them up for a reason.
Yeah.
Although, to be fair, when I am browsing normally, I think I have about that many tabs open anyway.
I usually have
I have quite a few. Yeah,
8-ish.
I have quite a few.
I usually go multiple window.
When I'm
That's what I prefer.
when I'm trying to solve something, I have some kind of problem or something like that, development wise.
Yeah.
It can easily get up to that many.
Yes. I will say I had a DNS issue that I was trying to solve this last week with DNS coupled with a weird routing table and a couple other things, and it was just so yeah, I had probably a dozen tabs open in 3 separate windows cascaded across my desktop.
Yeah.
So yeah, it happens.
It happens.
So all right, Steve, why did GameStop shares crash today?
Well, actually, it was yesterday.
Yesterday.
To be fair, but GameStop was shopping themselves around. They were being little whores.
Yeah.
Trying to get themselves sold. I mean, anybody who knows anything about buying games knows that physical is on the way out. Digital distribution is much cheaper, and it's gaining way more popularity. Physical is almost non-existent in the PC realm.
Right.
Physical is still pretty prevalent in the console world.
And physical hasn't been present in the PC realm for 5 years,
Long time.
5, 6,
Long
7
time.
years.
I mean, yeah.
Right.
Most you go to any kind of like modern build, they don't even include CD-ROM or DVD-ROM.
Right. I think the last physical media game I bought was Borderlands.
I think the last one
And then I later bought it on Steam.
I think it was the second, the StarCraft 2, the Zerg Rush one.
Oh yeah.
StarCraft 2 Zerg Rushmore.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it was. But yeah, I think that was the last physical one I bought.
Yeah, I did have I bought a StarCraft disc, Heart of the Storm, or whatever the.
Yeah, Heart of the Storm was the no, Heart of the Swarm was the
Swarm.
Was the, yeah, Heart of the Swarm was it.
Storm, sorry.
Yeah.
That's the card game. So yeah, I did buy a StarCraft 2 disc. I had Borderlands on a disc. I had Just Cause 2 on a disc.
Yeah.
I did buy Skyrim as a physical copy.
Yeah, I had Skyrim as physical too.
But that was 2011.
Yeah, that was way
So Borderlands was even older than that. Borderlands might have been 2010.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been 7-8 years since I bought a physical copy.
Now we can talk about the glory days of physical copies and the collector's editions,
bonus add-ons,
and those were great. But those are gone.
Yeah.
And because of that, physical stores like
Oh,
GameStop-
you didn't get your helmet?
No, I
from-
didn't get the helmet.
from
no
Fallout?
No, I didn't get the helmet. Or the nylon
Or, yeah.
canvas nylon bag.
your bottle of rum.
Yeah, no, absolutely not.
Anyway, so GameStop was shopping around like a bunch of whores.
Yes, they were basically trying to get somebody to buy them out, and no one wanted them.
Yep.
They are basically the washed up toothless whore that no one wants to buy.
Yep.
And because of that, their stock tanked.
Yep.
So the writing is kind of on the wall for GameStop.
Yep.
They are probably going to be gone. So
I would say within 12 months.
yeah, I would say within this year.
Yep.
So if anybody knows where the local GameStop is, I'd be camping that place out because they're going to have a going out of business sale.
Yes,
pretty
they
soon.
are.
You can probably pick up some stuff pretty cheap.
Yep.
They're going to start liquidating, I think, pretty soon.
Yep.
I-
I would
and I'm
say
not-
that's accurate.
I'm not really sad that they're going too because I wasn't a big fan of GameStop.
I was never a big fan of
Yeah.
GameStop.
Yeah. I mean, I am kind of bummed that physical copies of stuff are kind of going away.
Yep.
But it used to be like what you get now in the collector's edition is what used to come standard with
Right.
some games. It's like you had a big thick manual. Sometimes it was a book.
Yep.
Sometimes they gave you a little trinket in there.
Yep.
All the Ultima games had a nice map.
I have my canvas map.
Oh yeah, I still have a Canvas UO map too.
Yep. Ultima 4.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I had the Ultima Online one. which
Okay.
was the cop
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
But yeah, they used to have great stuff that used to come with it, and
Yep.
nowadays you.
My RGB lighting is freaking out on my desk.
Uh-oh.
It's going.
Red. Red.
It's turning communist.
Yeah. Tell you what, we'll just make you go green.
Green.
then.
There we go.
Oh, there it goes again.
It's
See
going.
it?
It's going
See
nVidia.
it?
Oh,
It's-
there it goes. It's flicking out.
Yeah.
All right.
I hope my controller's not dead.
Time to throw it out.
Well, I'm gonna just turn it off.
All right.
It's
There we
bugging the hell out of me.
Okay. Yeah. So anyway, yeah. So physical's going bye-bye.
Yep. Sorry to see it go, but
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. Like I said, like modern renditions, you got a plastic case and a disc. That was it.
yep.
You didn't even get the manual. You didn't get anything neat.
Yeah.
Unless you bought the collector's edition.
Yep.
And sometimes you got something neat.
Yep.
Um,
I did buy Red Dead Redemption, the original one, physical. That might have been the last physical copy I bought.
oh, I don't know. You mean Red Dead Redemption 2?
No, Red Dead Redemption.
So Red Dead Redemption 2 that you bought.
I bought digital.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like most people just buy digital now.
Yep. All right.
I think that's kind of it for
That's
the news.
kinda it for the news.
It was a very slow.
Yeah, and we did our best to
Yeah,
on that one.
stretching it out like
That's
taffy.
all we got.
Yeah.
You need to finish your beer.
Oh yeah, no, this
'Cause
was very good.
that was-
I was pleasantly surprised by this one.
Yeah. Yeah, I went, double IPA. Could be pretty solid. 8.2%.
Yeah.
It's one that'll sneak up on you.
Yep. It's kind of neat.
So
We're gonna start breaking out that Russian.
yeah. Now that it's all warmed up, Skull will be proud of us.
Yeah, there he is.
Yep.
He's itching.
Oh yeah, I know he is. Yep. Yeah. Mother Earth Brew, Hop Diggity. I like it.
Now, did you get a bottle opener that's gonna cut through that wax there?
I have a pocket knife on me.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Not my first rodeo. I'm going to cut towards me because that's the smart thing to do.
Yeah, that's the thing right now is the used game market, the old classic
The retro game
retro game, yeah, and with all the classic components still in the box, there's still a big market for that.
Yeah. I will say I'm very mad at myself because I had at one time a essentially brand new NES inbox.
Really?
Yeah. Duck Hunt edition, so it came with the blaster and two controllers and everything else, and had all the styrofoam packing, had all the manuals and the welcome to Nintendo and the warranty card and whatnot.
That warranty card's important.
Yep.
You gotta turn it in as soon as you use it.
Totally.
Yeah.
I think I sold it. This would have been about 2006, 2007 ish for about $120.
Oh really?
Yep.
Yeah. See, my biggest regret.
Well,
This
my biggest regret is selling my SNES collection.
Oh, right, okay. I don't really know what happened to my SNES collection. Okay, this is part of my.
I know
SNES
exactly what happened to mine, and I'm still pissed about it.
Well, because John, everybody knows John's my brother. And we came from a pretty big family, so all the consoles and stuff that we had were pretty much shared with all the kids. So technically, they were never mine unless I paid for it all myself.
Right.
The only one I remember actually regretting is I had bought Final Fantasy III US. It's the US version. I kept the box, I kept the manual, I kept everything. And I think I traded it for Diablo 2.
Yeah.
No, Diablo 1 when it first got released.
Okay.
In box.
Okay.
Now, that was a fair trade.
That's a fair trade.
But,
Yeah.
to be fair, new or mint condition in the box Final Fantasy III is worth way more than Diablo is in the box.
So I'll tell you what I sold. So I had an SNES. I had 2 controllers. I had a Super Scope 6.
Okay. Oh yeah, the bazooka.
I had the bazooka.
Yeah, the bazooka. Thing.
With the TV sensor.
Yeah.
I had Final Fantasy 2 with
Yeah.
the box and the manual.
Oh, yeah.
I had Final Fantasy 3 with the box and the manual.
Yeah.
I had Chrono Trigger with the box and the manual.
Yeah.
I had Earthbound with the box
All
and the
the
manual.
good Square
I
stuff.
had Populous with the box and the manual. I had, you go down the list of like every single JRPG or any action game for SNES. I had all of them in pristine condition.
Yeah.
And I sold it when I was buying a bunch of N64 games because I was a kid. And
You were
I was,
gonna upgrade, right?
I was
It's like, oh, I gotta get
upgrading.
the new stuff. I gotta get the
Right.
new stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Makes sense.
And so I was upgrading, and it was later in the N64 day, so it was probably 2000, 2001. So Xbox was kind of like on the cusp of coming out,
Right.
and PlayStation 2 was on the cusp and whatnot. And I'm like, you know what? I just want some N64 games. I want to. What the heck? Hold on.
Uh-oh.
I'm literally plugged in. How did my camera just die? Hold up. We're still on.
Okay, we're still on. I'm gonna type in here.
There we go. We're still on. No, they can still see us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Well, that's
They can
weird.
still hear us.
I'm literally on an AC adapter, so I don't know why that's doing that. But I'm going to switch over to a battery.
All right. They can still hear us.
They can
though.
still hear us.
Oh, okay. They
Yeah,
can
we're
hear
still
us.
live.
So let me describe to you this beer while I'm pouring it.
You bastard.
It's very black. It's very thick. It's got great head. I'm telling you guys, it's the best black beer
There we
I've
go.
ever seen. Oh, wait, we're back.
Hey, there we are.
Oh, did you got us new glasses, didn't you?
Yes.
Oh.
Oh, Steve, you poured it in an IPA glass?
Well, I drank
What
it.
the-
I drank it pretty full, so it's okay.
What the hell is wrong with you?
It's gonna be fine. It'll be
This
fine.
is not the darkest beer ever.
No, it's not the darkest beer ever. It does look.
Although you took the lion's share of it.
Did I? Well, you can have some.
No, I'm good.
All right. That smells fabulous.
The battery exhausted scared the shit out of me a little bit. Yeah, I'm literally on an AC adapter, so I'm not sure why my camera just died. I think I'm stressing out
I'm gonna have to say that that's probably one of the better Russian Imperial Stouts I've ever had.
Really?
It's very good.
Well, the nose has me one.
It's very good.
Now, straight up Russian or straight up Russian with barrel aged?
I haven't had. Okay, so I've had
Because I've done a number of barrel aged.
I have plenty of barrel aged that tasted better than this, but this isn't barrel aged.
Okay.
This is
So
not
for a
barrel
straight up
aged.
Russian.
For a straight up Russian Imperial Stout.
Okay.
This tastes like a barrel aged.
Okay.
It's that good. It's really good.
Yeah, it does taste barrel aged.
It's not barrel aged though. This is not the barrel aged one, right, Skull?
No, it is not the barrel aged one. That tastes like a rum barrel aged.
It does. That's what I'm saying. Usually when you get the non-barrel aged, it's not as sweet as this. It's not as smooth as this.
Ooh.
But this is very smooth and very sweet.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that's really good.
Great dark beer recommendations. Go.
Great dark beer recommendations. Dragon's Milk.
Dragon's Milk.
Dragon's
yeah.
Milk is readily available.
New Holland Brewing.
Yes,
Yes, who
New
makes
Holland
that?
Brewing. And they run pretty cheap. They're about $10 a bottle.
Yeah.
I would highly recommend those.
Yeah, 10 to $12 for a pint. and they're delicious. Now they're 14%.
Yes, they're very high up.
Yeah, but they are one of the
Quite delicious.
quintessential milk stouts.
Mm-hmm.
As far as a straight up Russian Imperial stout, honestly, the Rogues or not the Rogue, the
Widmer?
San Diego
Oh, you're talking Stone.
Stone.
Yeah.
The Stone Russian Imperial stouts are quite delicious.
Yeah, the Stone Russian Imperial Stout.
As far as one that's nationally distributed.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of some local dark beers. God, I've had so many great ones. But they're just locally distributed. Mm-hmm. Like some of Great Notions, which is Great Notion is a local brewery here in Portland.
Yep.
They do a lot of hazy beers, but they also do a lot of big barrel-aged dark beers that are just fabulous.
Yeah.
But you can't get them anywhere.
He said he loved the Dragon's Milk.
Yeah, Dragon's Milk.
What else you got? No, that was the guy that asked the question.
What
else you got?
What else you got? Well, I don't know where he's from, so I really can't say. I can say stuff that I know here locally that I really enjoy.
Fort George has a ton of really good stouts.
Oh yeah. They're for nationally, I'm trying to think of like nationally distributed.
The Kavatka Stout is really good.
Kavatka Stout's really good.
One I've been really digging on lately is a Worthy Brewing out of Bend, Oregon. It's the Lights Out Stout.
Yep. Their split stout's pretty good too.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. The Oakshire Espresso Stout.
Yes,
is very very good as well.
Even the Elysian Split Shot is one of my favorites.
Elysian was the one I was thinking of.
Okay,
not good. Elysian Split Stout. Yeah.
Yep. He's in Alabama. I don't know what's in Alabama. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know what's over there.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, Alabama. Okay. I was in Florida once, and I gotta go look it up. But there was and I think the brewery was in that area. They were in the south. Mm-hmm. It was a blueberry habanero porter.
Interesting.
It was really good. It was probably one of my favorite porters I've ever had. This was like maybe 5 years ago, and for the life of me, I can't remember the name of the brewery or the name of the beer. Mm-hmm. But it was very good. It was so good that I tried to replicate the recipe when I got home.
You can always go with the CBS.
Yes,
Canadian Breakfast Stout.
Founders does very, very good dark beers as well.
Yep.
Canadian Breakfast Stout or Kentucky Breakfast. Kentucky Breakfast Stout is probably more readily available than the Canadian Breakfast Stout. The KBS is another very, very good one.
I've had I've had both of them. I do prefer the KBS to the CBS. I'm kind of in the minority there.
Really? I kind of like the CBS a little bit.
I like the KBS a little bit better. Yeah. Let's see. Recommendation for us if we're ever out in the East Coast. Psychopomp Sour Cherry Mead by Havoc Mead.
Oh, they get mead places out there now.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah.
I like a good mead.
No, I do too. I mean, we have quite a few mead places out here on the West Coast too. Mm-hmm. Mexican hot chocolate milk stouts are very, very good too.
Yep.
Yeah. You got the cinnamon with the chocolate.
What was the one that we had a couple years ago at the beer fest? That was the pepperoni pizza beer.
Oh, that was from Zogelheist.
Zogelheist.
Yeah, they were. They had.
Or Zogelheist. Yeah.
It was a pizza beer because it was made with like bread and pesto or something like that.
It was terrible.
I did not hate it. I did not think it was
ringing endorsement from Mr. Steve.
No, it wasn't delicious. I wouldn't say it was delicious, but they were trying something different.
I appreciated them trying something.
And I appreciate them trying something, and I didn't think it was half bad.
Now, Steve and I rate beers very similarly. If you tell me what I'm supposed to be tasting, and I taste it, I'm going to rate it well.
Yes.
Because you tried something, it worked, and I'm getting what you're trying to deliver. In that case, it tasted like pepperoni pizza.
Yes, in a sense it did. Now we got the question, what's your favorite pizza topping?
Left hand nitro.
Oh, yeah, left hand. Yeah, left hand. Left hand's very, very good, too.
Yep.
Oh, Boulder, Colorado's chocolate shake.
Yes.
Chocolate shake's
I've had that
very,
one.
very good. That's a nationally distributed beer that's very dark and very, very sweet, very chocolatey tasting.
Yep.
What else? What's
Let's see. Someone had a question. What's our favorite pizza topping?
I I do like pepperoni, but I like pepperoni with fresh tomatoes on top of it.
That's a solid combo.
Yeah.
I do like pineapple on my pizza. I'm gonna go.
I don't hate pineapple.
I'm gonna go full disclosure there. I like doing the Hawaiian pizza, so Canadian bacon, pineapple. Add chicken.
That's interesting.
It's delicious.
So I did tell you that
You can also add sausage and add one more piece of the pig in there if you want to.
I don't know if you've gone to this because we live close to Salem, Oregon. That's no secret. There's a new food cart facility over there in Salem, right off of Lancaster. And we went there. Me and my wife went there, and there was a pizza place over there, and she got it was
I'm gonna have to try that.
It was Canadian. It was a Canadian bacon and pineapple, so it was a Hawaiian style. But they also put coconut on top of it. That was a bit much. That was going over the top.
I don't hate the idea.
I didn't hate the idea either because, like, you know what, Hawaiian style pizza is not my favorite, but I kind of like it.
Yeah.
I like the sweet. I like the savory. I'm like, okay, the addition of coconut might be okay.
Yeah.
And I had it, and I'm like, no, this is not what I signed up for.
Let's see. Just south of us in Salem, there's a place called The Rock, wood-fired pizza. And they do some interesting pizzas. Let me see if I can find their menu here. Wood-fired pizzas. They have one called Bang a Gong, and that's probably my favorite one that they make.
Yeah.
It is...
Broccoli on my pizza with chicken
There it
and
is.
buffalo sauce. That doesn't sound that bad, actually.
No. So the Bang a Gong pizza is grilled chicken, green bell peppers, white onions, pineapple, mozzarella, Romano cheese, cilantro, garlic butter, and drizzled with a sweet red chili sauce.
Okay, that sweet red chili sauce sounds good because sweet red chili sauce is amazing.
It is. And that pizza is freaking fantastic.
Yeah. Buffalo blue cheese pizza sauce.
The thumbnail of the video should be battery exhausted. It might just be.
Yeah, it's going to be that way. You should try it with sweet corn. I heard that sweet corn is very popular as a pizza topping in Japan.
Yeah.
And
I can see it.
I can see it too.
Yeah.
Pepperoni jalapeno is very good. Yes. Yeah. In fact, that's one of the biggest. I think I wouldn't say biggest. I would say the most highly rated pizza joints in our area. There's a place up in Portland called the Pizza Shoals.
Yep.
And it's been rated as like one of the top 10 in the nation.
Yeah.
It's way up there. And that's when I went there. That's what I had. I had the pepperoni and jalapeno pizza, and it was very good. Nice. It was very good.
Yep. I typically go more green pepper than jalapeno on my pizza. Not that I'm not a fan of jalapenos, but
jalapenos are risky.
They're risky because the quality of them is so varied. Whereas green peppers is usually pretty darn safe to go.
I've had jalapenos where it's like, this just tastes like bell pepper.
Right.
To, oh my God, my mouth is on fire. Yeah. It varies that much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many did they put on there? Did they soak them in anything first? So. Yep. Buffalo blue cheese pizza sauce.
I've never had that.
Yeah.
And I've had plenty of hot wings. Of all the hot wings, the standard, the buffalo sauce with blue cheese is my least favorite.
Yeah.
Any other
how fresh they were? That's another comment.
Oh yeah.
How fresh the jalapenos were.
Yes, how fresh.
Yep.
Probably. Scotty's is greater than a Pizza Shoals. I have not been to Scotty's.
I've been to Scotty's.
Have you been to Scotty's?
Them's fighting words.
Oh, I really like the Pizza Shoals a lot. Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Pizza Shoals.
Although, okay, Pizza Shoals is the more gourmet, but since there's obviously some people in Portland here, my favorite thing to do at the end of a night of drinking up in Portland is going to Sizzle Pie.
Sizzle Pie's good.
They don't have the.
There's also
flying.
There's also flying pie like Oswego.
Okay, flying pie is better than Sizzle Pie.
Yes,
they are way better than Sizzle Pie.
Thank you.
But Sizzle Pie is open 24 hours, or open very late. I can't remember which one it is, but they're open very late. Every time I've been drunk in downtown Portland and walking around, Sizzle Pie has been there for me. and they've been ever so delicious at that state of inebriation. Yeah.
Open the door and the choir of angels starts singing.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. Yeah. It's the choir of angels for your nostrils. As soon as you walk, it's just...
What's the best frozen pizza brand?
Tortinos.
Yeah.
Tortinos.
Yeah.
There's no contest.
He's going Red Baron.
Okay, Red Baron.
It's doable.
Okay, it's doable, but for cost to flavor,
Yeah.
they're way more expensive. You could get Tortinos on sale for $1.
Yeah.
$1 a pizza.
Yeah.
And it's good.
If I'm paying $9, I can get Domino's for that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just go get that. Tortinos. That's the way to
This
go.
conversation took an interesting turn.
I don't know where this went. We never talked about pizza before on this channel.
No,
but it's okay.
never have.
That's fine. It's a universal subject though.
Thin crust or thick crust?
Thin.
Thick.
There's no always thin.
Thick.
I don't like thick. It in my opinion, it detracts from things.
I disagree.
I want the toppings and the sauce to be the star.
See,
Too much crust. It gets too
see,
chewy.
that's the Russian in you coming out. See, this is the
Yeah.
Italian in me coming out.
You
I
want-
want
you
the
want the
bread
bread,
and
you want the bread,
the
you
carbs
want the-
and
yeah,
oh
okay.
god, yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't. I mean, I wouldn't mind trying a good Chicago pizza,
Yeah.
like authentic from there. But my preference is the thin cracker crust,
No.
crunchy.
No.
Yeah, that's the one.
I can appreciate a good crispy thin crust pizza, but to me, there's nothing like a Chicago style, a deep dish.
Yeah, see, it's too doughy it gets too chewy for
No.
me. I want the cheese and the toppings to be the star.
No.
Yeah.
Nope, thick crust all the way. Totally thick crust.
I don't know. I think
It's pretty split.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's split even within my own family.
Yeah.
Like my sister likes thick crust, I like thin crust. And
Yeah.
whatever. So.
Well, she's always wrong.
Yes, of course.
Let's see. What else can we talk about? We got about 10 minutes left. Thin cracker crust or deep dish? Screw pan pizza. I would agree screw pan pizza. I'm not a fan of the middle ground.
The pan pizza, yeah. I used to work at Izzy's Pizza. Izzy's Pizza is a local chain.
Yeah, it's a local buffet.
Local buffet chain, and they do serve pizza.
Yep.
And I used to work there in high school. And I liked their pan pizza. That was okay.
Yeah.
But they're pretty much gone now, so.
Yep.
But yeah, you're right. Anything other than that, like Pizza Hut does a lot of pan pizza type. I hate.
I do not like Pizza Hut.
I hate Pizza Hut.
I don't like Pizza Hut. I actually really like Domino's, amazingly enough.
I'll take Domino's. Okay.
They have come a long way in the last couple of years, and I actually really, really like Domino's.
I don't
more.
hate Domino's.
Yeah. Obviously, Papa Murphy's number one. Domino's probably number two.
Are you talking about chains?
Chains?
Yes.
Chain
yes.
pizza.
Yes. Chain. I would say yeah. Oh.
Take and Bake one, Domino's two is probably
so
where I'm at.
okay. So Papa Murphy's, not only they're very good, they're affordable too.
Yeah.
They're really cheap. You have to take it home. You have to cook it. That's true. Here's the thing that I found, and not everybody can do this. I have a Traeger at home, or if anybody has like a pellet wood-fired stove type of a thing, cook your pizza in that.
Yeah.
It becomes
No.
it takes your Papa Murphy's to the next level.
Barbecue it.
Yeah, that's basically what it is.
Yeah.
You're barbecuing it. So not only are you getting that smoky wood fire flavor to it, it really just crisps up that crust. Just excellent.
Square or traditional? Oh, traditional.
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 There's not too many square pizzas out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's the Little Caesars deep dish, and I think.
I don't even think Little Caesars does that too much anymore.
Yeah, they do.
Do they? Okay.
Yeah. Their thick crust is a square. And I think Pizza Hut still does a square. Worst chain.
I'm gonna say Pizza Hut. I'll take Little.
I'll
Caesars.
take Little Caesars over
Little
Pizza
Caesars
Hut.
over Pizza Hut.
I agree with that.
I do not. The only thing I like from Pizza Hut are their breadsticks. They're okay.
Yep.
That's about it.
But you go to Little Caesars, you get a decent pizza, and you get crazy bread.
Yes. That's very good. Yes.
Yep. So. Yep. No, I agree.
Yeah. Roma pizza in Israel is good. I never had Roma pizza. I don't know what that is.
Huh.
Buffalo chicken pizza.
Yeah.
I've never had buffalo chicken pizza.
You can get Domino's square cut, but it's still a round pizza, and so you end up with like little pieces of crust that are like this.
I think that might be the appeal. You get the additional crust. I mean, that's the same reason why people like the corners of brownies. I don't know. Oh, what do we got?
I'll stare. $5. If the crust is thick, it isn't Chicago style. Yeah, Chicago style is stuffed, and I do like Chicago style
Chicago
pizza.
style is like the layer and the layer,
Right.
and there's stuff in between.
Right.
I do not find too many places that do traditional Chicago style.
Right.
That's why when I said I would like to go over to Chicago and try
Yeah.
Chicago, because there's more dough when you do that, and I traditionally don't like that, but I want to try that.
Correct. Yeah, no, I do like the Papa Murphy's thick crust pizza, where it's literally just like 2 sheets of dough on top of each other and then rolled together.
Yeah,
and,
I don't like that.
Yeah, no, that's good. You get your breadstick and your pizza all at the same time.
No. Yeah. What about wings? Okay, wings. I'm
not a big wing fan.
I love wings. I love hot wings fan. I'm a big hot wings, but I do not like traditional buffalo style wings.
Yeah, I agree there.
I
I will do barbecue wings.
There is a local chain. Well, I wouldn't say it's a chain because it's only like 2 restaurants. Mm-hmm. But they're also a microbrewery. It's called Fire on the Mountain.
Yeah.
They have excellent wings.
Yep.
Some of the best I've ever had.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's the chain that I like. And they have this peanut butter Thai wing that I love that. It's very good.
A friend of mine told me a story one time that his buddy was working at Buffalo Wild Wings, and he goes, "I need you to tell me the truth. If I order wings, you just go to the back and you have like a dog food scoop
Yeah.
where you
Just like-
scoop
yeah.
where you scoop up like a bunch of wings, put them on my plate, and then you dump whatever sauce I ordered on top, right?" And he
He's
goes,
like, "Yeah."
He goes,
Yeah.
and I quote, "You're more right than you want to be."
Yeah. Oh no. Well, that's why I hate chains like Olive Garden,
Yeah.
because all it is literally microwave meals that they just heat.
Yeah.
up. There's no
Applebee's, if I wanted to microwave food, I can cook myself.
You can do that at home. Yeah.
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 By the way, is there a worse restaurant chain than Applebee's?
Chili's maybe.
Oh, I like Chili's.
You like Chili's
I do
over
like Chili's.
Applebee's?
Do you
haven't
remember
been
the
either.
picture of the burger that I sent?
Yes,
while we were in
yes,
Vegas?
yes. Oh,
that
yes,
was
yes,
from
one.
Chili's.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's not too bad.
Yeah. Yeah, so as far as burgers go, I like Chili's. But Applebee's, every time I go there, it's $40 no matter what I buy.
All right.
And it's just absolutely ridiculous.
Yes, there's a habanero mango wing place. Trapala's over there in Woodburn over here.
Oh.
Which is Mexican.
Yeah.
They do Mexican food, but they actually do hot wings, and they do a habanero mango wing,
Interesting.
which is super good.
Yep.
It is very, very good. But yeah, okay. So now we're going down the
restaurant
restaurant chain here.
So-
favorite burger chain. I think I know what your answer is to that.
Well, it closed.
Did it?
Yeah.
Wow Burger closed?
They closed.
I didn't know
They're
that.
gone.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm so pissed. Yeah. Yeah, so I don't have a favorite burger chain right now.
I don't. Okay, do you guys like? I don't like Subway.
I don't like Subway.
I don't like Subway. I like.
I will eat there out of necessity. Usually I go for like a meatball sub.
Right. No, what I like for a sandwich, like a Subway chain, my new favorite is Firehouse.
Firehouse is good.
Firehouse is amazing. They got that rack of hot sauces that I can.
We've got a Jersey Mike's, which is pretty
Jersey
solid.
Mike's is okay.
Yeah.
I don't mind Jersey Mike's.
Honestly, my favorite sub place is Quiznos, but
I love
it's
Quiznos
really hard
too.
to find them around.
You can't find them anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my favorite in their heyday.
Yep.
Quiznos was good.
Yep.
They expanded too far too quickly.
Yep.
People got burned out on it, but Quiznos was very good. I really like them.
Yep.
But right now, because I can't find a Quiznos anymore,
Yep.
it'd be Firehouse.
Yep.
You get their Italian sub, and then I do the different hot sauces they put. Oh, so
There was one up on Shoals Ferry that I really liked. Sub place. I'm trying to remember the name of it.
on Shoals Ferry.
Yeah. So if you get off at the Hall Boulevard,
Was it a chain?
it was a small chain, maybe even a one-off. But you get off.
Blimpies? Not Blimpies.
No, it wasn't Blimpies.
Okay.
No, you get off on Shoals. You take a left as if you're going to Murray.
Oh, it's been a while.
Yeah. And it was kind of halfway between Hall Boulevard and Murray.
Yeah. I don't remember.
If anyone's from Portland, cue me in here. But that was one of my favorite sub places when I worked up in PDX.
Yeah.
Yeah, Five Guys. I like Five Guys. I'll go to
Five
Five
Guys
Guys.
is very good, yeah.
No, my favorite burger place closed, and that was Wow Burger.
Yeah.
And they made just the best burgers. They were just so good. I do like Red Robin. There's a couple around. I'll go to them.
Yeah, you know, my wife we were just talking about that because we were like, we love in the early, like, late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah.
We loved Red Robins.
Yeah.
Because not only were the burgers good, it was affordable.
Schlotzky's.
Schlotzky's. Yes.
Thank you.
Schlotzky's. Okay.
Thank you.
Schlotzky's. They used to have a Schlotzky's over there in Tualatin, too.
That's right. Yeah.
They had one over there.
Best Chinese place. Oh, the local place where I
You
work.
can't. There's no best chain.
There's no best
Chinese.
Chinese.
No, it's always going to be a local place.
Yep.
There's not.
And it's the
be,
local place, and I don't care where I've been. It's no
there's-
contest.
There's no because you only got one China. You got Panda Express.
No.
That's the only chain Chinese. Is there another chain Chinese food I don't know
Are we
about?
still a family show? Can I share my true feelings for Panda Express? I
don't
don't
think
like
there's
Panda
anything-
Express.
I don't think there's anything else.
Every time I go, you know what? I feel like Chinese. Oh, Panda Express is on the way home. You know what? I've never had a good meal there. Maybe I'll order something different. I order something different, and it's just as bad as the meal I had before.
Yeah, it's horrible. Yeah, it's the worst. I mean, I'm more of a Thai food guy than I'm Chinese.
We're getting it in and out. We are getting it in and out.
We're getting it in and
Yeah.
out in Keizer.
Yeah.
Keizer Station is getting it in and out in Oregon.
Yep.
And I'm happy about that.
Yep. So
We'll see. I mean, that's the thing. That's the thing that's going to suck. Is that Keizer exit is going to be backed up for a long time now.
I have to pass through that area most every day.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
We're getting a lot of thumbs up about the Panda Express being garbage.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
I think
are.
a lot of people are in agreement with that.
Yep.
PF Chang's. Okay, PF
Chang's. PF Chang's is really good.
Is a chain, and they're not bad.
Yeah.
I will give them that. PF Chang's is not bad.
I will say they're Chinese-ish.
Ish. Yeah.
They're good food. Claim Jumper, also up there by.
Here's
by
the small trivia tidbit about me. I've never been to Claim Jumpers.
Really?
Never been.
We
Never
gotta
been.
go sometime.
Never been to Claim Jumpers.
Yeah, it's pretty solid.
People tell me it's pretty good, but I've
Yeah.
never been.
Big portions.
They were by the time Claim Jumpers came to Portland. I was on this whole kick of not going to any chain
Yeah.
restaurants because I've been burned by chain restaurants. way
Oh,
too many
oh
times.
yeah, me too.
Because I'm just like, I'm not going to any chain restaurants anymore. I'm going to stick with local.
When I
places.
travel, I don't go to chains to.
No, I wouldn't either.
Yeah.
I mean, because like when I go to a new place, I want to try something there that I can never try
Yeah.
anyplace else.
Well, what was really weird in Vegas is, so Rhett and I spent all week in CES, obviously, but we spent 7 days there, and I think 4 of the nights we were out on the town eating, and we would go to parties or we'd do whatever else, and that was all fine. But there were 3 days where we're back at the hotel going, what do you want to eat? I don't know. What do you want to eat? I don't know. Yeah. Well, there's a shopping mall like literally across the street from us. And so we walked over there and we just walked around the mall until we found something. So I think one day we ate Five Guys, one day we ate a local teriyaki place, and I think on Friday we had Pizza Hut.
There's a Cheddar Burger on the Strip, isn't there?
There is, but it was way on
the Strip, yeah.
Yeah, we were almost a half mile past Mandalay on the north side. We were on LVB, but we were on
Wow, someone just mentioned Boone Junction Pizza in Wilsonville.
Wow. Oh yeah, Kildy. He's a local guy.
Oh, is he? Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Boone Junction Pizza in Wilsonville.
Yeah.
They're okay.
Yeah.
I've had them before too. They're all right.
Let's see. Getting back to games, did you guys play the Resident Evil 2 remake? I have not, gotten it yet.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was never a big fan of Resident Evil to begin with.
Neither was I.
I don't know if I'll ever. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see if I get to that.
Whataburger is the best burger place. It's solid. I will say Whataburger is solid.
Okay, of all the I'm talking major fast food chains. What would you pick if you had a choice? If you had to pick, you went to a truck stop, and there's nothing else there.
So what's your majors? You got McDonald's.
We got McDonald's, Burger King, Jack in the Box, Carl's Jr. or / Hardee's, and I don't know if you want to include Arby's in that. 'Cause it's not really
Wendy's.
Wendy's. Okay,
Yeah.
Then Wendy's.
Okay, so we got
those
5.
5. Yeah.
Carl's Jr.
Carl's Jr. Really?
Carl's Jr.
Okay.
Yep.
I'd probably go Jack in the Box over that.
I can see that. I'm a big fan of the double Western bacon.
Yeah.
At Carl's Jr.
I don't mind their guac. What's their $6 guac? I kind of like that one.
That
too.
one's pretty good. They also do a teriyaki chicken burger, which is amazing. So yeah, I would go.
The Carl's Jr. $6.
Yeah, they're premium burgers.
Those are
I'll put
pretty
those
good.
above
Those are
everyone
pretty
else.
good,
Yeah. As far as second place, probably Wendy's. I go Wendy's second.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Jack in the Box third, Burger King 4, McDonald's. I'll only eat breakfast there.
Yeah. I have to be really...
McDonald's sausage egg McMuffin with cheese. Yes.
Breakfast. Yes.
Breakfast. I am there.
Yeah. For their
Although
burgers.
Carl's Jr. has a pretty intriguing breakfast menu too.
Yeah. A lot of people are saying Wendy's.
Yeah.
It's, Wendy's.
Yep. Yeah, I got Wendy's too, but Carl's Jr. won because of their premium burger options.
See, I kind of like Jack in the Box because not only do I like their burgers, but I like...
Wendy's has given me the fewest moments of regret. And I think that's our scale. I think that's the scale we're working on.
Hey, you know what? That's fair. That is fair. That is fair.
I'm not going to get into that story. I'll get into that story off air. I have a story.
But yeah, no, I like Jack in the Box because not only can I get a burger, but I like their tacos.
Yeah.
Which are not really tacos. They're just taco-shaped food.
Right.
That I tend to like the flavor of.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't call them tacos, but...
And on that happy note, I think that's a show.
That is a show. Hey, guys. Thanks for all the off-topic questions.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was refreshing
That was
to go on a different subject matter altogether.
That was a fun night. Not a lot of tech news tonight, but I
No.
think we made something of it. A lot of people saying Chick-fil-A. We don't have Chick-fil-A in the Northwest.
We do have some, but there's one up in Clackamas area.
Oh, is there now?
There's a Chick-fil-A up in Clackamas.
Okay.
But it's from where we are, that's like a 35-minute drive, and that's a long way to go for Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
I've had Chick-fil-A before, and I do like it.
I have not. I have never had Chick-fil-A, and I've never had In-N-Out. Those are my two.
You've never had In-N-Out.
I've never had In-N-Out. Yeah.
He's in for a treat when that comes to
Oh, I know. What pisses me off is I've been in an In-N-Out twice, and I've never.
Well, the
eaten
reason
it.
why you've never been to an In-N-Out is because as soon as you went there, you saw the gigantic line.
No.
And you'd be like,
No,
wait a minute.
I was in the Mission in San Francisco, and we were meeting up with some friends, and they were supposed to meet us around lunchtime. And I said, "Oh, we'll just grab lunch with them."
Yeah.
And then they called and said, "Oh, we're going to be an hour late. Oh, we're going to be another 30 minutes late. Oh, we just got off the freeway and traffic's really bad. We'll be another 30 minutes late." So I'm like, "Fucking, I'm hungry. I'm done. I've been walking around all day. It's like 2 p.m. I need a burger. I need something." So we're walking by, and I literally see like a Burger King, and I stopped into the Burger King.
Oh, see that?
And no, stop. So they didn't show up for like another 45 minutes after that.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Hey, you want to go grab something to eat?" I said, "Well, I just grabbed something to eat, but yeah, let's head somewhere." He goes, "Oh, let's go to In-N-Out. They're like right around the corner." I'm like, "You motherfucker."
But you didn't force yourself to have.
I didn't. I bought a drink.
Oh man.
So I bought like a large Dr. Pepper
to
from
be
In-N-Out.
fair, if you just order off the In-N-Out menu,
Yeah.
you'll be just like, yeah, this is a pretty good burger.
Yeah.
You really have to go read up on the mythos of their
the secret menus, right?
That's what makes In-N-Out really shine.
Yeah. Yeah, and see,
Double monster style. That's the way to go. And to be fair, okay, my favorite burger, and this is gonna be local to very few people.
Okay.
Not even people in the Pacific Northwest. This is like Southern California. My favorite burger is the Tommy's Chili Burger down in Southern California. It is super delicious.
Oh, if you want to go best burger I've ever had in my life. So is that where you're stacking up right now?
That's where I'm stacking up.
Okay.
Right, because I love the original Tommy's.
Okay.
The Tommy's sauce.
There
so
is, because you mentioned Chili Burger, there is a restaurant in Ashland, Oregon called Gonzo's that is downstairs off their main strip.
Yeah.
So you walk down like this narrow cobblestone staircase, and it's literally downstairs, and it's like this little hole in the wall. Yeah. They had frosted mugs, but I said, "Oh yeah, give me a chili burger."
Yeah.
And it was literally about this big. It was just like flayed out in front of you. The chili was the best chili I've ever had in my life. The burger was the best burger I've had in my life. The fries were amazing. The beer was amazing.
Are they still there?
They're still there.
They're still there.
Yep.
Okay.
So Gonzo's Chili Burger is the best burger I've ever had in my
Ashland.
life. Yeah.
I think I've been to Ashland once.
Yeah.
That's way too far south for me.
Yep.
Favorite chips? Well, these guys are still going with this.
Favorite chips.
I don't know if I have a favorite chip. I don't know if I have one. That's too wide of a...
I don't eat chips all that often.
Yeah, I don't either.
If I'm going to buy, or let's say I'm at like a paid for lunch and they bought like the Subway 30-foot sub, and they have chips at the end of the line, I'd probably go Sun Chips Harvest Cheddar 1, Original Sun Chips 2, and probably Cool Ranch Doritos 3.
Okay. I would... Anything... the sour cream cheddar That's like my go-to one.
Yeah.
If they have them there, that's usually the standard.
Yeah.
Have that thing. After
So,
that,
so your Ruffles sour cream.
yeah,
cheddar.
the Ruffles sour creams. After that, Tim's jalapeno.
Okay.
Tim's jalapeno. After that, Tim's.
No, my original 3-stand.
Parmesan
above
garlic.
Tim still. Yeah.
Tim's Parmesan garlic.
Okay.
Probably my third.
Okay.
Those are. I like the Tim's kettle chips. Those are very, very good.
Yep.
I don't know if that's local, but I see them at every store. So.
Sun Chips French Onion is also good, but I'm going to put Cool Ranch Doritos above the French Onion. They're good, but they're not quite there.
I think I got burnt out on Doritos in high school, so I can't endorse.
No,
Doritos
but no, Sun Chips Harvest Cheddar, number 1.
Yeah.
Number 1.
I do like Sun Chips too.
Yep.
I like Sun Chips.
So that's going to do it. Episode 67, I believe, of Talking Heads.
We're gonna have to put a food segment in here now.
Well, we knew we were foodies because I've got 10 forward on, and there's just as much food shared on there as beer.
I think when if you look at my subscribed YouTube channel, I have just as much food subscriptions as I do tech subscriptions.
What's funny is I'm camera to tech almost 2 to 1. Like cameras.
Yeah.
That's my wheel. I love watching videos on cameras.
Tech, and then I got food.
Yep.
It's like the two ones I have.
Yep. I don't have a lot of food channels. I've got a couple.
I have quite a few that are very good.
But anyway, episode
right,
67
here
in
we
the
go.
books. Thank you guys so much. Join the Patreon. Minimum donation of $1 a month. You can chat with us
We
all
can
week
sit there and
long.
talk about food all you want.
All you want.
on there.
Over on my own private Discord server. It is exclusive to the Patreon. That is pretty much the one perk you get, other than some exclusive pictures behind the scenes and some other stuff that I try to deliver. That's about it.
Yep.
Be sure to catch the next video launching on the channel. I believe on Friday morning I'm going to try to launch this next video of this PC build. And there is a SteamOS revisit in the works. That's right. So if you were curious about SteamOS with Proton, and now the hiccups start. That video is coming. Anyway, thank you guys so much. We'll see you next week.
See you guys.